Hi, I'm Tamsin, and depending on when you're listening to this, I'm either playing Calyx, the Super Jason Decimar, or Sylph, the Savathar. Welcome to the Dragonborn Industries podcast.
Well, howdy how! It's Monday, and Dragonborn Industries is back to bring you the next episode of Orion's Hope. Which is our little nickname for our Starfinder Actual play. How the devil are all my friends?
Devilishly good.
Yes. Podcast says we're joined by a full complement and crew today, and I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and I will be taking you on this wonderful journey through the Starfinder universe and homebrew adventure path, written by me, Ian, the Dragonborn Bard.
It's like David Attenborough.
Absolutely spiffy. Wonderful.
I have practiced this voice many times for an NPC you never quite met. But I digress. It is good to be back. I have no banter topic. I was too busy stuffing my face with Milky Bar and chocolate stars before I went live and drinking the back end of a cold cup of tea. So I'm all like bloated and gassy. So good luck with that with me today, guys. So somebody else lead the conversation.
You had quite a good question.
Yeah, so I'm going to slightly switch it. Skills you either don't possess or unusual skills you do possess.
Is this characters or real us?
No, real you.
Real you.
Or, you can make it about your character if you want, like
No.
weird things Bruce can do.
No.
So what was the question?
Is there an odd skill or something that you can't do or can do?
I can dislocate my thumbs.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's only thumbs.
I know how far back my sinus goes, so I can insert objects into my sinus, like a full DS stylus, or there's a trick. Yes, honestly, there's a trick that Darren Brown once did with a nail, and he hammers it into his face. That's because the sinus canal is actually malleable and you can move it. And I learned to do that when I was really quite young, and I shouldn't have been trying to hammer stuff into my face.
COVID was a walk in the park.
Pretty much.
Jesus.
So, what's the weird, a stylus, the weirdest thing you've put up there?
No, one of the party tricks is spaghetti, prophylactic. Doing the whole the nostril up and flossing. It's gross, but it's a party trick I can do that I've not done for a long time.
That is a skill.
Also, I'm not too bad at languages. I forget them as quick as I learn them, but I can learn them quite fast.
Can I argue with that?
Anybody else?
I can't ride a bike.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the last of 6, as if I was getting a bike.
Okay, we're getting a bike for James for Christmas. We're teaching him how to ride.
Don't give him hope.
A little pink one with stabilisers and a little basket.
And a bell.
Yeah.
How do you get a bike? Because you can't drive. You can't ride a bike.
No.
So,
What can you do?
Can you get a bus?
Yeah.
not
in Cornwall, no. It was meant to be here 4 hours ago.
What's your skill, Tamsin?
Oh God, I don't know.
You voiced the question, but I had nothing ready for it.
I literally have nothing other than I legally can use a chainsaw, pesticides, off-road driving.
Tamsin is a qualified ranger.
I'm a qualified ranger.
That's awesome.
Jack?
Around here, she's known as
Well, I
strong.
said it earlier, but I'll say it again. I can't swim.
I knew that.
Yeah, indeed. For reasons that I probably shouldn't say online, but traumatic past, that's all.
Fill in the blanks.
Yeah, I remember because I do bobbing for apples and I felt guilty for 6 weeks afterwards. Genuinely, the fucking Halloween game. I was
I remember
amazing, let's go bobbing for apples. Jack's there fucking heaving and having a proper PTSD flashback, and I'm like, get in there, mate! Yeah, basically.
Shit.
And then about it afterwards, I was like, I've never felt so guilty in my life.
Oh my God.
You didn't know, so how can you possibly be to blame?
Yeah, still.
You just didn't want to get those apples.
He just weren't trying hard enough.
Indeed.
So I've never felt more guilty than that. What about you, Steph?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I can't do. I am really, really fucking good at the Chubby Bunnies game there, where you put an obscene amount of marshmallows in your mouth and still audibly can say Chubby Bunnies. When I was a teacher, the kids were like, "Oh, Miss, come and do this game." I call children in need, thinking I'd be shit at it. I fucking dominated every single year, and
Fuck you, kid. I've already got type 1 diabetes.
really good at shoving a lot of stuff in my mouth.
CQC walked through the door.
Go fuck upstairs.
Is there like a tactic to that? Do you like stuff from the back and work forwards?
I've got a very small mouth, but I know how to manipulate it.
There's the clip.
Is that where you got the inspiration for TJ's pouches?
Probably, yeah. On some like subconscious level.
You're like, I'm good at that too. I see that in the Yosoki traits. Any skills for you, Alex? Oh, you can do the thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The noise that you make.
it's so good.
So
It's
good.
Right.
Come on.
Dead silence and go again.
He did that. The podcast listeners, if that picked up on the mic, that was literally his finger to cheek and made the best noise, I think. I mean, me and Jack tried this after he showed us he could do it for hours. And
we
I get
hurt
bruised
ourselves.
cheeks.
Yeah.
We were like,
All you do is whistle and flick your cheek, and it just.
Oh, you
matches.
do.
yeah, let's go around the table and I'll try that.
Okay. You're close.
Ah, it's so good.
Oh, my cheek.
Yeah. So Jack and I became obsessed because we weren't automatically good at it.
Yeah, the classic.
Sounds like
The ADHD. I'm not good at this. I quit.
Yeah, so we
Absolute waste
instantly
of
spent. It was like, God, it was a long night, wasn't it? And we were just
It
sat
was,
there
yeah.
properly, like. And I think we got to the point where we thought, if you
just-
go harder,
Yeah.
because that's the rule, isn't it? Like, if it's not working, go harder.
Yeah,
All
obviously.
men apply to everything, right?
Punch to face.
Go harder.
You done yet? Well, there's a banter topic that went off the rails. I'm going to hand over to Steph and start off the first of quite a few announcements tonight.
Okay, quite a few, is it? Right, well. Imagine the wonder of theatre here.
For podcast listeners, we have donned a Santa beard and a Red Riding Hood cape.
Yes! Greetings, travellers. Come closer to the hearth, for I have wondrous knowledge to share. In a realm where ideas dance like fireflies and dreams take form in the blink of a dragon's eye, there lies a forge unlike any other, not of steel, but of filament and talent unsurpassed. www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com, they call it, a sanctum of print, helmed by a wise and wondrous mage known as Richard. Wielding enchanted machines that conjure objects from the very ether, a veritable hoard of miniatures, trinkets of legends, figurines of curiously sexy design. They craft them all with precision most arcane. With but a whisper of your vision and a flick of their wand, or perhaps a click of your mouse, squeak, your desires become tangible relics born from spool and spark. Trust in Warrior Prince 3D, dear adventurer. Whether ye be creator, collector, of conjurer of curious contraptions, they shall bring your visions to myth and matter. So, why tarry? Seek them out. The future is printing and magic is real. And save your coin for snuff and buxom wenches by using code 2 of the stars to get 15% off your order, as well as a 3D printed Starfinder Society badge when you spend over £20. Don't delay. Visit Warrior Prince 3D today! Woo!
For snuff.
Snuff and buxom wenches.
I would follow that wizard into battle. If they were my maid bringing me out in Magic the Gathering, you know what? Snuff and buxom wenches. Let's go. Let's go invade those swamps.
That's my campaign 2 character there.
Snuff and bucks and wenches.
Snuff and buxom wenches.
You know what? Realistically, as we go into like Starfinder 2e, which crosses with Pathfinder 2e, taking the wizard, taking the mage, throwing it into could be doable. But thank you very much, Steph. Thank you very much, Richard from Warrior Prince 3D. While you're spending your money, please go check out Roll and Play Press and check out their awesome little toolkits. They save you time and space behind your GM schemes. Behind your GM schemes. I like that. But are really good for just adding the flesh to the meat and bones of your worlds. Please check them out. We have an affiliate code, Dragonborn10, that you can use 10% off your orders on the Roll and Play Press website. I'm going to hand over to Jack for some merch.
some merch, so you can buy merch from the merch store at dragonbornindustries.com. So if you want to support us but also get a little something for your money, something physical, much like the mug that we got here. There are a few t-shirts like the Bloodpunk Olive one, we've got the Live Laugh Joan, other ones, I can't
2
remember.
fingers in the morning.
Yeah, 2 in the morning.
In the morning.
2 in the morning,
2 in the morning.
I mean, it's implied.
Yeah.
But there's a varying assortment of things that you can buy on there. So if you fancy supporting us and spending a little bit of money and getting a little something for it, then go to dragonbornindustries.com to buy some merch from there.
Indeed. And I'll hand and throw over to James to talk about Twitch Prime.
So people with Amazon Prime, as part of your Amazon Prime subscription, you can get a free monthly Twitch Prime subscription. You just need to subscribe to us every month for absolutely free as part of it. It doesn't work on the app still. It does have to be through a web browser. And it's just a little way of showing us that you're there and that you love us, as well as joining us on YouTube as well. Again, it's just one of our platforms that you can engage with our content, share it around, and show us that you're there.
Yeah, please do, if you are over on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. We did pass the 1K this week, which for us is fantastic, so milky balls all around. Also, with the YouTube members, you will also get the Drift Debrief, where we will read out donations, any gift subs that we have during the episodes, as well as do a little cool down about the show. So please check out Twitch, subscribe with Prime to catch that live, or go subscribe on YouTube for free, or sign up for members to get those Drift Debriefs. Also, if you could help us out, if you could go to wherever you download your podcasts from, if you are listening on the podcast, hell, even if you're not, just leave us a review. Just leave us a lovely review, just to help us start moving our way up in the whole podcast ratings world. Because I had a lot of emails fishing this week like, hey, we've noticed you're not rated on the thing. We can help with that in your group. And I was like, I'll just ask people. I'm not going to pay you to do that. I'm just going to ask you kindly, please review us if you think we're worth a review. It means a lot, and it helps us grow, and it helps us get noticed and hit the SEOs as well. Lastly, as I think this is the last announcement, we are at UK Games Expo this coming weekend. The majority of you will be there. I think, Alex, you're not going to be there, unfortunately, as it is, I think, the 1 year anniversary of your wedding?
Yes, but Sarah's away.
Either way, we're leaving Alex behind to look after my dog potentially for one day while we go to the UK Games Expo. We're going to be walking around as punters. So if you see us wearing a Dragonborn Industries hoodie, lanyard, all the rest, say hello to us. Most of us don't bite. Jack does. Steph does. You guys bite on this side of the table?
When asked.
When asked?
Consent.
Yeah, okay. Most of us bite. Nice. But yeah, no, we're going to be there. We also, our friends at Midnight Tower, who are in Hall 4, stand T30, have asked us to provide a little few things for their stand as well to feature. So there is a dice raffle of some of the handmade dice that I make, as well as some other bits and bobs on there as well. So if you're attending UK Games Expo, please check out that stand. If you see us around, say hi. But I think that's it for all of our announcements today. Woo. So we are going to jump into this episode. Traversing through the Pact World, Orion's Hope make their way to Skydock, the geosyncratic orbital station of the planet Verces. This is a place where the people coming and going from Verces are heavily documented and regulated, as the living space in the Ring of Nations is so very finite. However, on arrival here, they find that an attack on the main elevator, also known as the Tether, a kilometre-wide cargo lift joining the planet and this docking station, has rendered the place unusable and has halted all traffic to and from the planet. The crew of Orion's Hope try and wait out the repairs, but a secondary attack forces the closure of Skydock once more, and with this, the crew and a few other vessels try and speed their way down to the planet. This results in Orion's Hope making it to orbit quicker than the others, and they make their way down to Fulbright, the sun-facing side of this tidally locked planet, and towards Kedel, home to Kazumbra, our party's strict nanosite and potential hiding place of the architect, the one person alive who for sure knows the location of Nimbus Dine, CEO of Dynatech Industries. And that, my friends, is where we are finding ourselves at the start of today's session as the landing gear on Orion's Hope judders and the ship comes to rest. Dust in this small oasis in the dried and cracked land of Fulbright, kicked up by your descent and landing, begins to settle. And as you look out on the oasis in front of you, small and beautiful, a small pool of water nestled in this half-mile wide crack with a smattering of small flora. It is a respite from the harsh, scorched surface, and a sign that even in the ever-eternal, inhospitable climate of his sun bearing down on one side of the planet, that life finds a way. It's Starfinder! But I hand over to you as you begin powering down the thrusters, I imagine, turning the ship into essentially rest mode. Hand over to you, the players. What would you like to do?
What is it we can expect on the surface of your home planet?
This side of the planet should be mostly barren. Mostly.
Mostly.
Mostly barren at night. Mostly.
How quickly ask, do I know of any like sort of wildlife that would be on the Fulbright side?
That, to me, sounds like a nature check. You will get a lower DC for this one.
Do you mean life science?
Yes, I do. Or survival.
Or survival. Good to know.
Because this is your home planet.
You did survive it.
And your local neighbourhood.
That's a 23.
23, okay. There are definitely creatures who survive this barren, scorched side of the planet. Like, there are nomadic mercenaries who live in like the northern hemisphere. I mean, Keydad itself, you guys went out for flights, not for long ones, but it's still very much like, there are areas that live, and there are pockets of flora and fauna around, and this is particularly one of them. I think you would know that there are things from small rodent-like creatures that burrow and make caves in the ground, that dig deep and look for things like water very far down, right the way through to dragons. There are draconic-like creatures that, especially in places like oases, will come and drink. I will tell you now, you do not see one here.
Not yet.
Because they are quite big and they have a name and I can't remember it, but I'll see if I can show you a picture. But essentially they're all like, right the way from small creatures all the way up to...
There is dangerous wildlife around.
For sure.
Okay, cool.
And most of those things will happen within caves, within cracks, within oases, and the actual like top of the land is scorched. But there's also places all over Fulbright where there's one place which is essentially a nexus point for the demonic planes, and there is demonic influence in I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a mountain range that looks like a scar, and I think you saw that scar from orbit. But there is definitively like people who have been like influenced by demonic influences who are a bit more resistant to things like heat and sulfur that do inhabit those sort of areas as well.
It will be dangerous. Probably.
Some of you may die.
But that is a risk I'm willing to take.
Why are you guys always looking at me when you say that stuff?
It's best to keep our eye out. I think if we stay on the surface as much as we can, probably mostly okay.
And
we're only, 5 miles out, I believe?
5 or 6.
5 or 6 miles.
And in our 5 or 6 mile walk, are we going to explode into dust as soon as we hit the surface, considering how hot it is out there?
It shouldn't be that bad, as long as we've got the environmental protections on.
How many people can I fit on my talkmobile?
Probably just you.
Oh no, what a shame.
Can I make like a little, I was going to say gurney then, but
Well, it might be.
like a little, what's it called?
The
Sidecar.
Yeah, but for all of us.
Like fucking Wallace and Gromit.
You could, but it's going to take some time.
All the shit.
I think it is genuinely a thing.
Probably is, but
Yeah.
Or like a trailer on the back of it.
Probably not a trailer on the back of it at this point. It's just like, obviously, like this monowheel Enocycle is a giant wheel with like, very much like the Grievous bike, but obviously, this motorised wheel, essentially.
Isn't there a similar vehicle in an episode of South Park? Yeah. Just
Mr. Garrison's one, the gyro cycle.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
See, I was thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
You know, he's got legs. No, this one it's quite interesting. So this is designed for Yosoki. This is designed for them to basically like be powered, but also running as well. So. You know, somebody like TJ, who is descendant of Yosoki in a way, this is quite literally a giant hamster wheel that moves.
Yeah, we'll have to go on foot, obviously, apart from you. You can go on your inner cycle. But you'll be quite a lot faster than us.
That's fine, I'll slow down. I've got to learn the ropes a bit anyway.
That's fair. I mean, you can always scout ahead with it.
Exactly, yes. I can have a
Training
really good
wheels?
luck.
We heading out straight away, or what do you?
Well, we were meant to meet Felina.
But you haven't heard from her, have you?
No, I have not. But she may be just trying to keep comms quiet. I don't know.
Yeah, probably busy. Probably nothing else going on there whatsoever. It's probably fine.
Yeah. Can we do a little scan on the outside?
Yeah, that sounds like you're doing that from the ship's computers, yeah?
May as well.
Yep, so you can, whoever's got...
You're on the science officer position, aren't you?
I believe so.
Yeah, so that's a computer check. You get a +2 from the starship if you use the Tetra node if you so wish to.
Oh, yeah.
And,
+2 from me as well.
Yep. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, +2 over there.
2, 4, 6.
Anybody else offering the Aegon computers?
Oh yeah, go on then.
Yeah. So it's +6.
6, and then so 8 with the goon ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maths. 28. 34.
Nice.
Good maths.
Okay, so you begin to start scanning, and there is like little signs of life out there, like little creatures and stuff, but nothing that really pings. But something else gets picked up, and it's a microburst transmission.
What do you guys make of this?
You're aiding anyway.
Yeah.
This is an older frequency, one that you recognise that is unique to you.
Okay. Can I understand?
You would have to
Is it sort of like Morse code sort of thing, or like?
kind of, in a sense that you would have to attune your specific data pad to the or a specific data pad to the frequency.
Okay, how else would we do that? If I know it's sort of specific to me, then.
Okay, you are getting a microburst transmission. It's pulsing once every sort of 18 seconds. It's somewhere here in the Oasis, but you would have to literally try and go around and localize it.
Like a metal detector.
Yeah, and because it's like one of the older pulse transmissions, it's not like an instant ping, here it is. It's enough that it goes beneath the regular radars of communications, but it's something that you guys would have definitely been taught previously for like a way to like communicate with each other on the quiet.
Okay. Right, I think there's a location around where here, in the Oasis. We've got to find it.
Okay.
It's going to be very, very much a hot or cold sort of situation.
Okay.
So, get your suits on.
Right,
Yeah, my
Wiley,
wheel.
you got command.
And he's like got Dave's captain hat, and he's like holding up like a small dagger. He's like,
Dave's in charge.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
What about Steve?
Steve is also in. Dave and Steve are co in charge.
Co-parents.
They're co-parenting.
twisting the knife against his finger.
No, stop it.
I'll put the
Stop
ship.
it.
I'll put the ship into away mode. It just locks down like the controls.
Panels in front of things.
Child lock the ship.
Yes. I'm putting in child lock.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right.
If we're going to do a ping thing,
Yeah.
should we all to our frequency to this thing?
Yeah, I mean.
It can only go to one. This is a very specific order. It's almost like it's kind of like a radio transmission, but instead of it being like sent out to loads, this is a very specific one channel, one com.
We'll take your lead then.
Alright, it's probably best that we keep it together anyway, just in case there's anything out there. But, yeah, as long as there's no other preparations we need to make.
don't think so.
It's like,
I'm all set.
Let's ride.
Panting
out
some sun cream.
Snaps out some sunglasses and is like, let's ride.
Vacation mode TJ activated.
No tie.
Hawaiian shirt.
Tie.
I'll whack the button on the side of the ship to get the back of the ramp go down. After you, TJ.
Do not forget me, Steve chimes out.
We won't forget you, Steve.
My last crew forgot me.
Well, they didn't. They died.
Same thing.
Steve, are you okay? Steve, you alright, man?
I haven't really chatted to me for a while, have you?
I'm really sorry about that, Steve. We've kept you safe, though, and we're delighted to have you back.
We've had a lot going on, I'm sorry.
I might have a lot going on. Anyway, have a good time.
Steve, do you know, when we get back, we're gonna have a Steve day, right, crew? We're gonna have a whole day for
Sure.
Steve.
I'll stay here and watch the child.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I don't
Steve.
know
We
who
appreciate
Steve
you.
is.
Steve is our ship AI.
Hello, Lady Sylph.
Hello, Steve.
I've been watching you.
Thank you.
It's like AI talking to AI.
They're learning.
My name is Steve.
Have fun, Steve.
And you too, Lady Sylph. At least
Appreciate-
somebody appreciates me.
Literally just said I was gonna make a well. Fuck me, I guess.
I'm getting real fed up with AI.
You've had a bit of a time
now
with
fucking
it.
Steve. What is
I
it?
just think
It's
Steve.
Kazzy has an effect on me.
I can change the voice if you want.
I think Steve has
not the
just
voice.
been feeling a little rejected lately, and it's understandable. And
It's like somebody forgot I was here.
we never forgot you were there, Steve. We mentioned you often.
Always there. Always watching.
Anyway, have a lovely time. There's snacks in the refrigerator. Please make use of the coffee machine, but not for the child.
You step out and should be here, like the door closes, like, Wiley, could you grab me that gun? It doesn't say that.
I get
Right.
the feeling your ship may be commandeered by your AIs.
He's fine.
It should be okay.
It's alright.
It's not the first time, is it?
Doesn't sound like that. But
Well, Captain's instructions
Need
should
update.
always overrule, yeah.
Hopefully. But if they want to have their own free will, who am I to stop them? Captain, that's who. Anyway,
I was about to say.
let's look for your transmission.
Off you go, and I'll smack the ass of the end cycle.
Woo! Cass, please.
It just rolls over. Because it's still got a parking brake on.
Help.
It leaks gas everywhere. Explodes in the ship.
Right,
Steve just starts a fire.
have you ever listened before?
No.
Okay,
What's that?
just a natural.
Is it one that you have to like?
So there
Run
are
on.
certain controls, and you basically there's like a small computer here up on your top right that's attached to this essentially like the rim of the bike, and you basically have to start the engine, which is on the back at the top, and then it has its own motor and gears that then stops like the wheel going forwards, but it is assisted, so you can tell like even with a little step you're like and it's, yeah, you're going to tell that like the outside wheel and the inside wheel do move at different rates, but the more you like control the inside
Yeah.
wheel, that controls the outside wheel as well.
It's been a hot minute since I was in a wheel, but okay. Oh yeah, I got it.
That's
I got
a
it forward.
piloting check.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, I probably should have stacked those a bit more. Fine. Oh, Hephaestus, are you
no.
kidding me?
What
So-
are you getting done?
You also have your sheet right there, which should have, if it's got any ability modifiers to the piloting.
Two. And a two for the vehicle?
I think there's
Is that
two.
just a
It's
two
'cause-
total? Oh,
is it
That's it.
possible to aid by standing and then shouting a little to the left?
It's so perfect.
You're wobbling.
I don't think so, because it's a
Accelerator.
one-man vehicle.
Yeah.
So I would love to say yes,
It's a
but
one Hostoki vehicle, and it's a 9.
it's going to take you a little while to get used to this.
Hang on. I'm just gonna. Oh, wait, hang on. Back it up. Back over there.
I think like as like you go forward in the wheel, then you stop and it goes backwards. It causes the engine to like stall. It's like you realise you've got to like bring it to a slow
Yeah.
stop, or you've got to like apply the brakes and stuff.
Oh, hang on. I'll try it again. Slowly.
And as you guys step out, even with your environmental protections, it is warm out here. Like, you can tell that your environmentals are keeping you cool, but you know in, like, the Chronicles of Riddick, when you go onto, like, the sun-scorched side of the planet, it's just like... You could tell that, like, solar flares could cause that to happen at any point, or, you know, it's constantly being battered by solar radiation. The ozone on this side of the planet is like Australia. It's just not there. Because I know you've been there recently. So
Wait, what? You've been to Australia?
You keep bringing it up. Right?
Apart from the bike, what's everyone doing?
I'm just walking out, looking at my data pads, waiting for the beeps to start going. And
Okay, that sounds like a computers check, please, to try and geolocate where there's pulse signals coming from.
kill you, brother. That is a 33.
Okay, so you step out of the ship and you start moving your way into the Oasis, and you know that it has to be somewhere in this sort of like 90 degrees in front of you, which is essentially the chasm walls and this Oasis, which is in this like gully of the chasm. You move your way down into it, and you think you localize an area around this sort of like body of water where, yeah, if you give me another computers check, let's see if we can really lock on into it.
Let's see, 23.
Okay, so I think there's like a moment of 18 seconds where you sort of lose it for a second, and you end up going a little bit further, and then you realise it's back behind you somewhere. You do hone in a bit more around this like body of water, but you sort of lose it for a few minutes, and it takes a little bit longer than you'd expect. Give me one more check, please.
22.
Okay. It's somewhere around this body of water, or in this sort of area around it, but you're unsure of what you're looking for. You can't see a person, you can't see a data pad as it is at the moment. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this moment? Is there anything else anybody else could do to aid you to try and find?
I think I'd sort of let everyone know that it's somewhere around this little body of water. If look for anything that's unusual, that doesn't look natural, that's man-made, something like that. You know, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for.
Okay.
There could be a secret entrance. I don't know.
Ooh, a secret tunnel. Why don't everyone look for weird shit?
You basically you can choose a skill and like justify to
Can I do a
me.
mysticism?
I'd like to bluff the Oasis.
That's what it works.
Can I use my engineering to identify the technology?
Yes.
So, can I actually do a mysticism?
Sure.
Cool.
What'd you roll?
16.
Isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
Nothing of the arcane variety or unnatural that maybe has been conjured by some kind of magic stands out to you. Nothing along the Solarian paths. James, though, I'm going to go to you first, Pez, to identify what this item things could be.
With a nat 20, engineering for a 41.
Oh,
If this thing is sending out a pulse code, it doesn't need to be that big. It is probably trying to bring you onto a location to then find something else. So you're probably looking for a man-made item that is probably this big.
can I use my camera to help find? Because it has like anything like illusory, but it also has like infrared to like track different like heat signals.
Yeah,
or
that's
things.
a perception check.
Yeah. Suits you better. 24.
Okay, on the infrared you pick up like nothing. There's also no illusions, no holograms, which leads you to then think this thing is just hidden somewhere, and it's such a faint signal that it's designed to be very, very stealthy. Anything from Sylph?
I was going to go down the magic route, but it probably won't help.
I think knowing what Roos has already done, trying to identify things, and what TJ's camera brings up, and knowing that TJ's camera shows like illusions and stuff, that you're like, okay, I'm not looking for that.
Sorry.
No, you go.
It's probably a bit pointless now, but can I fly around and just see if there's any irregularities? Because I can fly.
Yeah?
Did you know that 60% of songbirds all evolved in Australia?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Did you get a little fact? Did you?
Should go to have a hat, mate.
Hey.
I'll take it off now.
I am going to steal that hat from you. Yeah, give me a perception check. Unless, if you're looking for anything, I mean, do you want to do...
It's like something, like we're in a chasm amongst a body of water. Is there anything, like, artificial in this natural...
Okay, so that
landscape?
you can give me a perception, engineering, or survival check.
I'll do... engineering. Oops, a 22.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
I want to see if I can make the signal instead of every 18 seconds kind of shorter so you can just ping it quicker. I don't know if that'd be like essentially trying to hack it to get like a relay going.
It is sending out a signal. It's only sending it to Kaz's data pad.
Yeah. Kind of almost like putting on an antenna so it's like a feedback loop.
Yeah.
So, you know, like with a one-way radio, you can cause the static and it just blares out almost like a feedback loop.
I think this sounds like you need to make me a computers check. I think what you're doing is you're trying to bounce the signal back to see if it then causes it to amplify so you can like lock in on an area, which will then give Kaz another chance to like locate this item.
Kaz, I just need to put these like almost like I'm going to try and like jerry rig sort of like a little like plug-in. If you've seen like a Flipper Zero, they put antennas in and it just almost like boosts the signals. You can find different computers, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
35.
Okay. You wait and this like pulse, this microburst transmission comes in and you're like now, you send it back and it causes a mirrored effect to happen where it sends back another signal amplified, giving you another chance to make a computers check.
Are we allowed to help with
Kaz has run out of battery.
I mean, at this point, because you are waiting there, I mean, you're kind of in a wheel and like knocking around and stuff, really. So I'll say that these guys can make a check. So you can aid with computers.
Trying to get that.
You'll probably get the assist from you doing that anyway, so that's +2. Roos is actually up flying, so he can't aid, but you could.
I can aid with computers.
You got +11, haven't you?
Yeah.
Auto aid there.
Okay, 24. Yep. I know.
It's
a decent
one
size.
die. But you know that works, which means that something is definitely doing it. Something is definitely working in that way of thinking, but you just need to almost like amplify, boost, or you need to do something else to help you. Or, you know, if you guys can think of anything that you could do in this moment.
Is there... The landscape, is it just effectively sand and rock and the water? Or is it kind of like more...
It is mostly sand and rock. It is a sun-scorched side of a planet. And it's... Once upon a time, there's probably other things and different, whether you were in a seabed or were on a continent, but it is now just, you know... I don't know geology. That's your department. But it is rock and sand. And then this water, and it is quite a stagnant pool of water.
Would some sonar frequency then?
Could try sonar. I suppose could sonar trying to see, well, LiDAR, to see if there's any empty pockets underneath the sand.
You seemed like you had an idea for me. I do apologise. I had a thought and it just...
No, it's alright.
What was your good idea, lady? Something probably better.
No, I think the LiDAR's a better idea. We could use the ship's sensors. I know you're looking at the ship. If there's any LiDAR to see any hollow pockets underneath the ground. I think you're already looking into the ship, so I was going to see if there were any sort of like even slightly identifiable features. You know, if someone's going to hide something, would they hide it, say, under the rock that looks like a triangle?
That sounds like a perception check or a survival check to me.
Ship perception.
But is there anything you actually need to like boost that check for computers, or at this point, like you come down, you don't see anything in the local vicinity of this small chasm area that you're in. So we're sort of bringing people back together as the minutes move on.
18.
The strangest thing is that this oasis is probably the most striking feature, is that like this whole barren wasteland, these pockets are so infrequent, and you were given these coordinates to land here, and now there is this microburst transmission to that's got to have been left for you. There is no getting around that. It's like it's too much of a coincidence.
Do we want to ask the ship and see if they can scan underground?
Have we ascertained how deep the water is?
It's like fucking like that.
It's a little bundle.
It's still water.
Is there like any like loose
It's not actually
rocks and
water.
gravels around anywhere?
Yes.
Cool. Can I take like a little handful of gravel and kind of like toss it into the water just to kind of see like the effect of ripples, see if we can like ascertain depths or anything?
Sounds like a survival check.
Is it
First time I
water?
failed.
Is it water? I'm very bad at survival.
That one?
It's a natural one for a 3.
And so the water is still. Nothing's drinking from it at the moment. The wind is currently down, so it's not even being moved by that. But you throw about as far as your strength score allows you. And
Not very.
Yeah, and it just plunk into like the only bit of mud created in this area.
Oh no.
But I mean, for the rest of you, body of water, extraordinarily hot area that should be evaporating it quickly. The source is clearly, if it's still, underneath. It's clearly drawn up from the ground. And you think to like the creatures that must burrow and the cave systems, and you know full well that Keydale draws its water from underground. It's in a place called the Rootworks, which they have essentially a moisture farm. They draw it up from the planet's crust and from the lower cave systems and then pump it throughout Keydale.
Touch. I was going to say touch the pool. Is it water?
It is water.
It's a cave.
That's what I was worried. That is actually acid.
It is warm. It is very warm. But it's not boiling.
Toasty water.
I want to try and make almost like a triangle relay, so we can almost detect where it is within the triangle.
Okay.
Sort of using Kaz's signal, which we've used, and we just couldn't get a lock on, but to kind of make it between points, so we can almost like triangulate where it is.
Yeah, I think triangulating is going to lower the DC. To which end then, and this is essentially what you are trying to do, but I think definitely like going, right, we need to try and work on. We know that we've been this far, we have to come back and start here. So you just really start to triangulate in. I think with that, you can make the check. Everybody is here. If you can aid in computers, aid in computers. If there's anything else you can do.
I think we all can, can't we?
Not really.
You can roll to see if you can.
Yeah, if you beat a 10, you can, with your computer skill, then you can aid.
13.
Yeah.
So get the aid, get the aid, get the aid, get the aid.
Yeah. 34.
It's definitely in that pool of water. And so you triangulate, and you're like, maybe because you were looking around it and everything like that, you then like go around this, and it's like 60 foot maybe of water, and you really localize in that somewhere towards the northern bank, maybe a good 20 foot in, it is pinging from in the water.
Alrighty then. Guess I'm going in.
Good luck.
Alright.
Got your floaties.
What are those?
Your alarm bands for swimming.
Can Kaz swim?
Kaz can swim.
You're like, Kaz can swim. You ruined the character enough.
Fantasy game, guys.
You don't know the first time here.
I'm here to do things that I can't.
And that's what TTRPG's all
Just,
about.
I've already forgotten again. Honestly, I'm the worst fucking friend. I don't like let's go swimming, mate.
Get back in your water.
Oh my god.
Get in
Does
the
he
sea.
get out like the little duck rubber armband? It's like
Oh, they've got little cartoon strips with wings on them.
Water wings.
No.
We said it, it's canon.
No.
they can be black and edgy.
Just spiky.
Like the rhinestone. A rhinestone cowboy.
Cow's boy.
So with the little edgy armbands on.
Edgy armbands.
Blue
That's
chin.
not canon.
Have you got special swim goggles to put on?
I've got goggles on.
No, but the special swim ones.
They are my special swim ones.
Just wear your swim goggles all the time.
They're my all-purpose goggles.
All-purpose swim goggles.
They quite literally are all-purpose goggles.
Spapedos. That sounds very bad.
Oh, that's close.
Speedos.
Oh my god.
That's out of my head.
With a few of those. Wait.
Yeah, can that go in the book, please? I think this is your first entry into the book.
Oh,
Oh no, People of Fire is my first entry.
Just the word. Just the word.
But he will take his trench coat off and you'll just maybe find like a... I mean, does it look like it is sort of deep?
Give me a perception check.
Right. Okay. No, fuck you. 22.
So you can tell that it is this slightly elongated pool, so it clearly goes into this like gorge. So it's going to probably get a bit deeper. You're not sure where, like if there's a shelf, if there is like an area that drops off without properly having a look in there. But the water is relatively clear apart from this like fine layer of dust that sits across the top of it, slightly obfuscating your view.
Okay. I think I'm just going to slowly make my way in and just like wade through.
Yeah.
Until I get to about where we think it's going to be, 20 foot in.
So you get to about the 5 foot mark, and actually there is a shelf, and you start to step down, and you realise that 5 foot, 10 foot, this gorge
Quite
must
sharp.
be quite sharp. And whether whatever this item was on the edge and fell in, or if it was thrown in, you don't know. But you know that after about 10 foot, you're probably going to have to submerge.
I'd like to come into the water up to about midriff.
5 foot in.
Yeah. And just sort of like be ready with a spell in case, I don't know, giant sandfish turns up.
What spell, please? If you're holding it, you will have to start casting it.
Yeah.
Gabully. How do I spell speedo?
I will go with Great Tripod Beat.
Okay, you will have to mark that spell.
Yeah.
And you start to hold it.
Just in case anything turns up.
Yeah, and this is one of the first times that we've come across holding a spell in Starfinder, which is essentially you do have to be able to concentrate. If somebody disrupts you and you take damage, you lose the spell. There's no concentration check. You just lose the spell. But you are holding it to send it off. And I assume it's a 1 action casting time. Because other ones...
Yeah, 1 standard action.
Yeah, because some of them are like a minute, 10 minutes, and those are the things where like, oh my god, if you get an attack of opportunity on you when you cast them, it's like, there was a 6th level spell, you dick!
And the trigger will be anything attacking Kaz.
Yeah, and what's it look like if you've been to hold this spell?
So it's sort of holding out hand and 3 cards, just sort of circling in a sort of spinning dial-like
Nice.
action. They've each got a symbol of electricity, symbol of fire, and
Acid, I think.
acid's the other one. So yeah, on them, but they aren't glowing. They're just sort of sitting in the air for now.
Waiting, they're like card
yeah.
captor style. Submerge!
Yeah, I'll just kind of turn around to you and be like, hopefully I'll see you in a minute. If not, you can come for me if you wish.
Nah.
That's entirely up to you whether you want to take that risk or not, but yeah. And he would sort of just turn back around and he would just make the step. So hold his nose.
Okay.
Do we see? Sorry.
No, correct.
Do we see how deep he goes? Are we like, oh wow, that's a
So
way down? Or...
he, not yet, because you just get to the point where he's like, "I'll see you in a minute," and he submerges, and obviously you see him break the surface of the water. You see that dust kind of ripple out. You see that this is probably the most this pool has been disturbed in a while. It is somewhat stagnant, but it is, it does seem to refill itself from whatever source is there. Kaz, you submerge down into this water, which is, even with your environmentals, it is somewhat relieving to like have a little bit cooler, a little bit of shade, and like the refractions of the sunlight underneath the dust is really quite bright, and it does light up a lot of the area. And you can see that like all of these desert rocks have fallen in this chasm where the earth, well, the face of Bertis has sort of been torn asunder by the arid dryness of it. And yeah, you begin to like look around it. Essentially what is a probably about 30-foot worth of depth to this V-like chasm, which is just rocks. You think you're in the right sort of area for this ping for the triangulated signal. I would like you to make me a perception check, please.
That is 24.
You begin to start searching around. You know it's whatever it is has got to be here somewhere, but you're not seeing it just yet. 18 seconds goes by and another ping goes off, and you're like, okay, it's definitely here, but why can't I see it? Maybe like a minute goes by. You can see that Kaz has gone down 10 foot, not all that far, and you can see his shadow in the water still moving around. You don't see anything else. Can you make me another perception check, please?
On rocks.
20.
Okay.
I'm rolling shite. Absolute shite.
Should we go help him?
So
Just the thing scuba gear.
you're just like, you're expecting to see something and you're just not quite finding it. You start to like search a bit further, the rocks slip, maybe like you lose your footing. Obviously you're not too worried about oxygen, you've got your environmental protections, but you know, we're starting to breach on the 20-minute mark here.
Ooh.
For you guys, the sun is never absent here. It's just different shades of white hot agony. But down in the narrow gorge of this oasis, the fractured stone walls and dry hissing wind grant a brief illusion of peace. This spring every now and again murmurs as Kaz is underneath, looking for this ping. It's stagnant, but it's alive here. As you look over this kind of area waiting for Kaz, you just start to feel like this. It's like a pressure in your chest.
Asthma.
It's almost like your heart started a new rhythm.
Ooh.
It's like a bassy vibration in your core. And then a message over the comm from Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Don't mean to bother you, but it appears a vehicle is inbound on our position. And then you feel it. A low-frequency thrum. Mechanical and guttural, it vibrates through the stone beneath your boots. Boots? Dust begins to ripple across the cracked earth, and for you, Kaz, underwater, those rocks start to begin to, like, shift. The stillness of this barren oasis vanishes into a drone-like noise that obfuscates the very core of your focus. A shadow punches from the canyon's lip and descends on you like a hungry predator with this. You see it, a vehicle with fast-moving insectoid-like wings, a cockpit canopy that glistens with shifting colours in the harsh sun. This thing is designed not for stealth. Its creation is designed to be terrifying and intimidate, while also provide an unreal speed to those who wish to cross this scorched land while protecting those it carries. It zips down with precision and speed as heavy laser fire comes out of a ventral set of cannons aimed directly at you all at surface level and Orion's Hope. Could you roll initiative, please?
Oh no. Right, we need to get Wiley on the guns. Fuck me.
Let's grab.
Did you know that Australia works out Antarctica?
What's that?
I need, that was Gondwana land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the north and since.
It's kind
Make
of...
space.
Oh, make way.
For Prince Ali.
Right, we are going to put this just down.
There's a dog. Oh my god.
There's a big.
It's fine. This way.
Is that R2D2's head?
It is! It's like an R2 astromech. I just liked it from part of the Shatterpoint
Yeah.
stuff, and I was like, I guess what, I'm going to use that. So, let's grab
Looks like another nightmare creature from probably playtime.
Roos over here. Silk, you said it's on the northern side of things, you're about 5 foot in. TJ and your N recycle. I'll place you sort of over here.
Look at that beauty.
It's got guns on it.
Kaz, you are down in this particular bit. But you have to imagine this like gorge is over here. The hope would be about where I am, behind you. Pez would have probably been over here as well. I think that is everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect.
The guns on the ship are twin.
Power down.
Yes.
Because you've turned off the ship and
did.
lowered the thrusters.
Turned it into wily protection mode.
Oh, you're so pretty. Badass.
This beating wings of a hovering vehicle. You see 2 figures attached to the outside of it as well.
Oh.
As it comes diving in past the chasm lip, taking shots. Okay, I'm going to bring up the initiative tracker. Let's go with... Yes, I can indeed.
That's why I got that fucking fire extinguisher.
Throw it at them.
Okay,
6.
so... Roos,
13.
13. Kaz,
12.
12. TJ,
2.
lovely. Pez,
23.
lovely. Sylph,
18.
excellent. Never roll the initiatives I want.
But you rolled the initiative.
However.
Am I supposed to roll?
No.
Everyone seems to be rolling.
Just trying to recharge.
Yeah.
Okay. Pez, at the top of this encounter, you see this, and this noise fills the chasm. It is hard to hear over the top of it. You do still have comms to your party, but this thing is loud, it is coming in fast, and it is already taking shots across the landscape at you all. What would you like to do?
For my go, I would like to almost like power up the guns, so you just see them kind of. I don't know if it would be my action to do it.
Yeah, so you would have to spend your action to essentially stop powering it up.
Yeah.
It's going to take like a minute to get things powered back up.
Okay.
So, we're talking 10 rounds to get the ship back into combat mode.
Oh, okay. I would still probably do it just as like gut reaction is coming down, just putting it on.
Seems like on it.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to also get Bear into position.
Yes, I think I've got a bear mini around here somewhere.
Yes, I've nearly finished making her.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to get the line.
So she was probably next to you at the time.
Yes. Can I get a range ruler? I need to know if it's within 120 feet.
Oh, easy. Yeah, probably within 70.
You just, not that anyone can probably hear it over my comms to Bear, I just go, add a go, and the artillery laser just comes out of her back and just starts almost humming, because it can be overcharged. So with my overcharged full Bear, it essentially uses two charges of the weapon.
Okay.
So I need to see if I can actually hit it first.
Okay, make the attack.
Come on. 15.
No, this artillery laser goes off, and this thing, like a bug, just like moves and shifts out of the way, and then comes back in. Anything else?
Nope, there's not a lot I can do.
Okay. Next up. They got a shot. I'm going to give them a perception check. For a reason. Ooh. It's not very high. That particular person, for perception, has a plus. It's a 21 looking for a certain thing, which they don't see. So they will notice that there is a moving vehicle on the ground. They are going to take a shot with the heavy laser cannons at yourself. Have you got your KAC and EAC ready? This will be against EAC.
Against the vehicle or myself?
The vehicle.
Not the
Yes.
wheel.
Okay. Is that an 8 on the dice?
It is.
Okay, that is a 21 to hit.
Against.
EAC. Okay. Let's do this manually, shall we? Let's just go old school. Bring on Paizo dice.
You've given me this fucking wheel just to take it away.
Yep.
Just because you couldn't have my horse here.
Oh, there's a reference. Oh, I wanted that horse dead. For anybody who's not seen or listened to Lightwell live,
6 episodes of Ian desperately trying to kill my
that's all
horse.
it became to me. I did not give a shit about the story. I was like, kill the horse. 46 damage coming your way. That was up the table.
Oh, it's gone well.
It's well away.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll re-roll.
Whee!
Oh, a different one.
It's awesome.
There you go, it's a 6 on that one.
Oh,
So
good.
that's 11, 12, 13, 14 points of fire damage. As these heavy laser rounds come in. This thing is just hyper-aggressive, whatever is happening here. They don't need to do anything else because they're currently just in the gunner's seat. Okay. Should have got those in these prep, shouldn't I?
The flightless bird that's known as a cassowary, native to the rainforests of Queensland and Papua New Guinea, is considered a living fossil.
Living fossil.
I mean, it's also a living murder beast, so giant claws.
This one spends a move action to essentially rappel down and land on the ground. You can see these tubicas attached to the outside of it. They are wearing grey armour. They are clearly Strix. They have wings. These white feathered bird, avian-like wings. Their legs end in essentially like taloned feet. Not Kaz don't end like that. Kaz has. You've only seen to be regular-looking boots on and stuff. These guys have taloned feet.
I've never seen Kaz's feet.
Even with that, Kaz wears normal boots. These guys' boots are fitted for their talon-like thing. It's like 2 at the front and 1 at the back, but it's still like a regular foot. Kind of like yours, but more humanoid in a way. It's like at the end of a humanoid leg. They land, they have like a face mask over the bottom half, but you can tell they've got environmental protections on. They bring up a rifle and they are going to take a shot at somebody. It's this particular one here. Yeah, okay. They can also do that as a swift action. They're going to boost it for an extra d6. So, let's take a shot against who is around. I mean, the vehicle is the biggest threat. Or, is it? They're going to make a perception check, or an engineering check, because they can do that. Yeah, actually, that's not a combative vehicle. Bruce is carrying a pretty big sword, isn't he? Yeah, you're a pretty good target, and the rest
Testing
in this. Okay, they're going to take a shot at you. This is a boosted weapon.
Miss.
Looks like
It's
it.
an 8 plus 11 for a 19. 29. What am I
Miss.
doing? 19 gets EAC.
Miss.
Miss. As a sonic wave of energy like flies across. Just gonna double check as well how far away they were because I'm making a shot, but actually I want to make sure that I'm not outside of a range increment. I think I'm within 50 feet. Ooh. They'd also have a -2 to that because they're outside of their first range increment. So that would have been a 17 to hit.
Miss.
As that happens, you see they're like tactical. These guys have clearly got some kind of training. They drop, and then you see them like disattach the repelling cable, and that starts to go back up towards the vehicle. Silk, it is your turn.
I assume in water movement it's halved. 'Cause I don't know whether it's...
You would have to go to... If you go any further, you have to start swimming.
Yeah.
But if you go backwards, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Could I have a range ruler?
Can indeed.
I also assume by this time the tripartite will have gone.
Yes.
Yeah. So...
Am I warm enough to take that off? No, I don't think I am. So
that's 30.
35, so remember that one. Yeah, so that's 30.
Okay, so I need to get up there somehow.
You could probably quite easily go around to that point or to over here with 30 foot of movement.
So if I go 5 back...
Oh, no, actually, 25 will only get you to here. 30 will get you to here.
If I say 25, 5 to get out.
Yeah, so 5 to get out,
And
which will
then-
take next to Pez.
Across. I'm looking to be within 45 of this guy.
Oh, I mean, if you're going to be within 45, then you're 30 feet
Yeah.
to, I mean, there if you want.
Yeah.
And that will be at the,
Within 45.
at the extent of 45.
And I'd like to cast. Can this guy do a fortitude saving throw?
Absolutely, he
You're
can.
looking to pass an 18.
18, you say? It's number 2 there. He has Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Best save.
Ah.
It's 2 on the dice, though.
Yay.
11.
All right. So this is this new spell that I didn't tell you about.
Excellent!
It's fun.
So describe what it looks like first.
So yeah. So the card that comes out and that she pulls is going to look like a humanoid person with little sort of drops of blood that as they come out turn into like little cross and skull bones.
Nice.
And it starts to dissolve. And it will sort of go to the back of the head of the person that it's going to and slowly just bleed into them. This is Infect Blood.
Yes!
You alter the target's internal chemistry, causing their body to reject its composition. The target takes 3d8 damage each round.
Shit.
So it's a type of damage, it's just straight 3d8 damage.
It's just 3d8 damage
Yep. Jesus.
each round, but can attempt a fortitude save for half damage.
Okay.
It has the sicken condition for the duration.
Okay,
But-
so I need to make the fortune save again now. So he's definitely
Yeah.
going to take it.
But
I
it
need-
takes. But if he saves, it only saves to half,
exactly.
and it keeps going.
It's a great spell.
shit.
So
Tamsin, I'm actually for loading it with that spell. You can have one of those. Fortune save for half damage.
Still 18.
Makes the save half damage. Roll it up.
3d8.
Would the second condition make that save worse?
Not until. Oh, he gets sick.
But it is the sicken condition.
Okay, let's add a condition on
I can't remember
first.
what it does.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
Makes you sick.
Damage roll saving throws.
Sicken.
So that is technically a dirty 20. 13 plus 7.
Yeah, still makes it, but he
Usually
just
plus
has
one.
it permanently every round.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop, so he has to keep making this
How long
every
is it
time.
for again, sorry? Is it a minute? Duration.
You don't have to maintain
Oh
concentration.
no, its duration is only 1 round, so I should have upped that. But
Is it per caster level?
yeah, it is 1 round per level.
A spell or per caster level?
It says 1 round / level.
Okay, so it's 1 round per level of spell. What level does the caster at?
3.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
3 rounds.
Yeah, if it's per caster level, you're a level 8 caster.
8, 5, 6. 13. 19 halved.
9.
There you go. Nice, Jack.
So
9 points.
9 damage.
As you watch, they're like, it like goes into like, you see them like stumble for a second, like you see them like, their blue cheekbones go like pale, like blue-grey. You see their eyes, and you can see these like pure white eyes start to like look a little bit more yellow and sickly. Yeah, that was nasty.
End of round.
Amazing turn, well done. Let's move to the next person. Roos!
I want to use my dash to draw the fire of this thing and gain some cover here, if I can reach it.
Okay, so yeah, you could absolutely in a straight line, you could use your full action to run, or you could move and then try and spend a result to move again, or just use your action to move again.
Just an action to move again.
Okay, so I mean you've got 30-foot movement speed, so
Yeah, and it's, I'll
I mean 60 puts you there.
that's alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to grab
And I will attune as well.
some just there. Yeah, so first attunement point in. Photon mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you watch the sunlight, and like it's not going to mechanic anything, but like here in like the sun's presence, it's like an extra sun flare starting to move away from you guys.
Actually, I will. No, I'll stick to photon.
Okay, so move, action to move again, and then you attune. Probably the end of your go there. Kaz.
I think Kaz will sort of try and talk in comms, knowing that there's some gunfire and stuff going on above. Do you guys need me, or can I continue to try and fight this thing? Because I don't want to lose its position.
You keep doing you, Kaz. We'll
As long as you're
hold
sure.
them off.
Okay.
Absolutely. You keep swimming, kid.
Just holler at me if you need me.
Will
alright?
do.
I'll carry on sort of digging for this
Perception
transponder.
check, please. As unfortunately the vibrations have caused the rocks to shift, the DC has gone up by 5. I'm afraid this is a DC 30 perception
come on.
check.
Good vibes.
That's a nat 20.
Oh,
38.
Good.
yeah!
Yeah.
I think you say that and you like look, and as the rocks shift, you see something not natural.
Never mind, got it. I'm
Good
coming.
vibes. Do you think about them good vibes?
I did.
The source of this ping seems to come from about a fist-sized black rock, unnaturally.
I was like, oh, that one.
I'm so sorry.
On the radar. Nope. Just a slight delay.
Fuck you know.
I'm dying.
A fist-sized black rock,
Indeed.
unnaturally smooth and not fitting this area. It's definitely a natural rock, but not one of this local environment. You see something different as well, because taped to it is a small metal cylinder that is sending out that blip. Move action to grab it.
Yep. I'll take it.
I would say that was your action to actively perceive in combat.
Yeah,
to try
and
and
then
find
move action
something.
to grab it.
Yep. Turn your environmentals up and swim down.
Bobbin.
You say I was about 30 foot down.
You're actually about 20 foot now.
20 foot down.
So the chasm goes another 10 feet into this like V shape in the centre here, and you can see that all the rocks are pulled.
Yeah. I can't remember. Haste gives me another move action.
I believe it does.
Yeah.
Swift actions turn it on. I mean,
Yeah.
double check it. Don't just say
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
I'll go. Yeah, it's still your character and your items. I'm not going to memorise the entirety of the item base. I've got most of Starfinder down, but Christ. Desmond, help me.
She says no.
Busy.
That's just had a heart attack. Esme!
He was due one.
There's no doorway here, but you're standing in the middle of it.
Suddenly a
It
doorway
does
appears around
not
us.
give me another move action. But I will activate anyway, turn my haste on, and then I will make a resolve point.
Yeah.
up to get my move action, which would then allow me to move 60 foot because of haste.
Then you can.
Like a fucking flying fish.
So you have to swim, so you do need to make an athletics check to swim.
What is this?
Genuinely.
Generally what you have to do when you swim, Jack.
Jack, as you don't know how to swim, take this if you can swim.
Oh, that's fine. That's good.
So now what?
No.
Swimming down. We're going to go through therapy after this episode.
31.
31, not a problem. You don't use any movement. You begin to swim. You can go like the 20 foot up, and then you tell me where you're going from there with the rest of your 40. Which I mean, actually, 40 feet. Oh, puts you at the end of that ring anywhere.
I think. So I try and as far in the direction of this vehicle as I
You want to just stay in the water, swim towards it.
I don't want to be in the water.
So you want to be there?
Yeah, that'll do.
Come play.
I've come out to play.
Do you do like the Little Mermaid out of the water?
My hand.
Look at this rock, isn't it neat?
And you see Cass is holding a fist-sized rock.
Where'd you get the fist, Jazz?
Never you smash. But yeah, out of the water, you can see, like, as the water drips off it, there is a small transponder that's sending out this microburst transmission.
I was just tucked down the papoose where the Guardian's orb is. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, next up is actually the pilot. They roll super low.
As low as me.
Speed. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, start of their turn they would have had a free shot because they have a auto fire on, and you have been seen, I'm afraid, buddy.
Yes.
So they would have taken the shot before they moved. Lovely. That is a. I think that is a 31.
Yes, 100%.
31's going to hit. Let's roll this up properly. Ooh, 10, 11, 12, 13 points of fire damage as you break the surface, you swim to the edge, you climb yourself out and face this thing, so you maybe start to get your weapons ready or you start to put away this item, and this thing takes a shot, and it's almost like, this auto fire ability goes off, and then they move like this dragonfly across to over the water and position themselves sort of behind you, facing towards the north.
So I'm going to take no damage from this because just so you know, I have my dermal plating on, which is minus as I've got damage resistance of 4.
Yeah.
So I reduce any damage I take by 4. So that brings it to 9. And then I've also going to use my reaction to do my reactive shunt to reflect damage, which is 5 plus my con mod, which is a 10. So God.
Get one back.
Nice.
No.
I heal one?
No.
Yeah.
You tell me how that looks. As this like, and it is like, as this like heavy laser cannon just fires across the ground, and it would hit into you. How's it look as you like deflect this?
I think it's a bit of maybe seeing other Strix around that I maybe perhaps don't know. I think sort of just training kind of kicks in, and he just sort of gets into battle mode just immediately, and he just like conjures his nanites and just sort of performs almost like a shield, and I kind of see it as like when Neo from Matrix just does that, all the bugs just stop in midair and they just kind of drop to the ground. Maybe some make their way through, but then the skin sort of deflects them off.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the end of their turn. They can't do anything else because they're currently piloting. The next individual rappels down. and you see they release the clip early, and their wings unfurl. They do need to make an athletics check, as the wings of this vehicle create horrible. It just creates horrible. Like, you can feel that pressure and the downdraft it is creating. To fly in that space is hard.
No case.
Hive mind.
The blood mist.
Karen, no!
It's 23 minus 8. They actually stumble.
Oh!
Which causes them to basically splash into the water. Luckily, they're right at the edge where they rappel down. However, they do then have to... Let's see if they've got resolve points. They don't. Oh, they do. Right at the top there. Resolve 4. Doesn't get a resolve point. Idiot. Read the sheet. To stand there as a move action.
Understood.
And as their regular action, they will take a shot at you.
It sounds like that.
Swift action boost.
Cat gun.
Against EAC, that is a 18.
Cat gun.
No, this sonic round again comes in your direction, like maybe as you're deflecting the first one, it goes overhead. That is all they can do with their turn, which brings us to Tajar.
Hello. The sound from that thing is an issue for me. So,
All of you need to poo. Can you have a fortitude saving throw, please?
I'm going to get on the comms and I'm going to be targeting the one who just rappelled down. And I'm going to say across the comms, alright gang, let's keep this strictly professional for a get 'em. And I'm also going to spend a resolve on that one so that then goes to damage as well for a +1. How close is repellent to...
Probably less than 30.
Amazing.
Bang on 30.
Yeah.
Bang on. Sick.
Now, technically, because the vehicle is a large vehicle, it does have the 10-foot base. I think you might actually be 25, realistically,
Amazing.
because I haven't put it on that base yet.
Wicked. And because it doesn't matter what I say into the microphone, because they're not going to technically hear me at this point, I'm just going to go... into the microphone.
And this is for your allies, isn't it? So they can like hear you on the comm.
So I've already done my get 'em on the across the comm, and then just scream into the microphone to try and hit this guy over here.
What, you're like Austria at Eurovision.
It's 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that EAC?
Yes.
That hits.
Sick. And so that is going to be 9 points of damage.
Is that going to be your +1?
10 points of damage. I think that's the most damage I've ever done.
And as this guy's like bringing himself back up, you see those wings like shaking off as they've like still brought up the round the weapon to like take the shot. They're clearly professional, but they obviously stumbled. But you hit them with this sonic round, and you can see them like shaken by that little bit. Not the condition shaken, but you know,
because they can't hear me to do that.
Exactly.
You bastard.
So that's your action.
That's my action. That's my move action. I've spent my resolve.
Cool.
Is the get 'em on that one?
Yes.
It is, yes.
Top of the round. Paisley.
I'll use my full name. How close is the one that's got Digedum on it from me? Is about 30-40 foot.
Get 'em.
They are at 45.
Cool, so I'm going to come a little bit closer, and for my...
Just a little bit.
How far do you need to be?
40.
Oh, do you want to take 5 foot into the water?
Yeah. I'm going to use my Hand Coil Explorer for a 27 to hit.
Hits.
No. For 6 electrical damage.
That with +1.
7 electrical damage.
Yeah.
And then Bear is just going to turn in place and try and hit the...
Go Bear, go.
Yeah, I'm going to still go for the ship because I feel like if I get him, it just goes through. 25 for an artillery laser.
Hits.
I forgot to say I was going to do my overcharge as well, which
Absolutely
is
fine.
just you just see me.
Their AI gets to overcharge and you get to send it off. I love that the drone at this level gets its own action on AI and then gets to do things. It's fucking so good.
With my overcharge, I deal an extra 1d6 of the same type of normal weapon damage.
Fire damage for an azimuth laser.
Yes.
Cannon. Artillery laser. Cannon.
Artillery laser.
What level cannon is this? Is it just the basic one?
No, it's level 6. When you were like, oh, we can get upgrades, everything into Bear's on the weapon.
I mean, it's kind of the point of the mechanic is you put everything in your drone.
D8.
And you have 2 other skills that you absolutely utilise.
So that's 11 plus a d6. That's 13 fire.
Okay. 8 of that doesn't go through because of hardness, but 5 still does.
So with penetrate and things like that, is that just a critical?
Say critical effect penetrate.
No, that's burn, my critical effect.
Really?
Critical effect and special properties. Burn is 1d6, but then it says penetrating. Okay. A penetrating weapon is designed to punch through large objects' outer layer, making it easier to damage them. A penetrating weapon ignores the amount of hardness equal to the weapon's level.
It takes another 6 points of damage then. Okay.
There was not a woman in the room when this was written, sure.
Yeah.
Well, penetrating rounds are a real thing. Armor piercing.
Combined is a bit.
Well, the lead on Starfinder 2E, Jenny.
Yeah, saw that, love that.
She's really cool.
More of that.
So only 2 hardness now for your particular weapon on there. Otherwise, 12 of that goes through. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Well penetrated.
Hardness.
That guy's still sick, and is it the start of their go or the end of their go?
Regardless of hardness.
It just, as far as I said, it says every round.
I'll do it at the start.
So,
Fortune today. I mean, that's going to be a fail.
8 to 2. 12.
Sick. And he is sickened.
He is sickened.
You see, this guy's starting to bleed from the ears.
Should have got out of the ship.
Doesn't look healthy. Doesn't like that you did that.
Where's someone, Mum? Oh, he's
The
thinking
target
things.
takes each round, so.
This is round 2 of it, so another round to go.
Oh man, these things got for you. Oh, is he going to fly?
Right, they got wings, they're going to use them.
Go to fly.
I didn't have one big enough, so I've got to get an extension, haven't I? And go all that far up.
Whoa!
See that? For podcast listeners, I almost dropped it. The big old Warrior Prince 3D. It's very cool, right?
It's very cool shit.
Very, very cool shit. And on a desert planet, I was like, when Dragonborn Studios actually had this file, and I was like, oh, that's so perfect. And so I managed to get hold of the file, and I think it's from Ravaged Star, this particular file is. Richard got it printed for us, and yeah, it was just absolutely perfect for the patrol vehicles that your people would use in this area. They moved up to there.
There you go. Check that one off.
Damage roll. Cool, they can still take another action, so that's fine. They really didn't like you doing that. technically 40 foot away in a line. They're going to boost this as well. Oh, like shit! That is a 12 to hit EAC. You see, like, they are, like, even in the air, they are now unstable. They send off this sonic round, and it just, like, brings up all, like, the dirt, maybe, like, gouges into, like, the sand next to you, and sprays up, but yeah, completely misses you. Sylph, it's actually your go next.
I'm going to, for a swift action, put Bane on my weapon.
Yep.
For a move action, I am going to empower my weapon. And for a standard action, I am going to put... Oh, sorry, I should say the empower weapon at... it's a level 2 spell I'm exchanging that out for. And then for a standard action, a supercharged weapon.
Yeah.
End of turn.
As you just start bringing the cards out, and like we've seen it before in
Cards are like slotting into the weapon.
you're like
Yeah.
as the magic starts to like brim, or this is like the fucking dirty.
I'll probably like this completely now, but...
Bruce!
So I'm on my second attunement.
You will be on second attunement, start your turn, you get to the second one as the sunlight stops.
So my plan's been foiled for the moment, so I'm going to move just here.
Yeah, easy within 30, you can just hop over.
You know, the cassowary has a very interesting digestive system.
Oh, what's that?
Stomach acid is just strong enough to digest the soft tissue of the fruit, but it poops out the intact seeds cultivating the rainforest.
Oh!
Isn't that very Horizon, Jack?
That is quite
It's like it's sat next to Diane Morgan and Kunk Alive.
Horizon is more just kept in tune with actual nature. Yeah. Good fact, though.
I like that's a great fact.
evolution.
I'm loving these bird facts.
Are you
This is
becoming
great.
more cassowary
No, it's
chicken?
I'm gonna leave it there, I think.
Just moving?
Actually,
Get a little shot.
I've only got 30 foot.
You can shoot past that 30 foot, you just take a -2 for
Okay.
each range
And
increase
he's got a
after it.
+1 on him at the moment, that fucker who's kneeling down by
He is
the
behind now.
Where is he?
This guy here.
Oh, fuck, I didn't. I just assumed that was...
Technically, Roos is touching the cover, so only Roos is behind cover, so you could pop up over it and take the shot.
Yeah. I'll do that.
He is.
Quick reach around.
Take a -2 to this because it is in your second range
But
increment.
then that a -1 because you've got a +1 because it will get me.
24 to hit.
With what kind of weapon, please?
It's a semi-auto pistol.
Hits.
Sweet.
And just +1 on the damage as well.
That's an 8 damage.
Nice.
Heavy hit. As you like smash into the armor. Anything else?
I think I will leave it there.
Yep,
No.
sweet. Next up is Kaz.
So these
Thanks for the game.
Anytime.
patrol vehicles,
Yes,
are they manned or are they remote?
they are definitely manned. That is clearly a cockpit in the front
Just
of
like
it.
one man,
Two-man teams.
two men.
They have obviously they have these two people like attached to the outside on rappel cables ready to go, but the two inside you would know that it's a pilot and then what would be a strict wing commander who is in charge of the patrol and also on the guns of the vehicle. So it already has, and again I think you know this because this is your home, it has an auto fire ability, so it has like its own AI tracking which allows it to take a shot at the start of the pilot's turn, but the actual wing commander is the gunner. So they can also take a shot on their turn.
Right. I'll use a Nellite Surge to, as a swift action, create a jammer charge, which and then I'm going to throw it at the patrol ship.
Yep. 35.
Just double check if it actually gives me any range on it.
Throwing is usually 20 foot, I believe.
Usually.
Ranging. I mean.
So it can be thrown like a grenade, it says.
Correct. Jammer charge. Down there. Tech item.
Yep.
Level 4, so if I need to make a save, or is it just...
It says when it detonates, a jammer charge silently releases a pulse of magnetic energy that interferes with broadcasting electronics.
Yeah.
Computers and video cameras within 15 foot become non-functional for 30 seconds, losing their recording and displaying capabilities.
Nice. So it's only losing both their recording and displaying capabilities. Okay. No way to detect itself. Maybe becomes suspicious if their video feeds are reduced. Any video recording, data saving. Oh, so it literally is a jamming grenade. You know, like in Metal Gear Solid when you like throw a shaft grenade and it like turns off all the cameras for like 30 seconds. It's essentially one of those.
Yeah.
I will say that means I'm going to have to make a computers check. No, I'll just stop the auto file from going off because that is a computer trying to track you. I think that is a fair and reasonable use of that. The gunner still gets to take a shot because it's a visual thing, but the auto tracker for 30 seconds, yeah?
30 seconds.
5 rounds.
Nice. Oh, mate.
Right, press it. Almost.
Ooh.
Left-handed too.
Okay.
Come on!
Better, but
Fuck
not
it.
great. What would it be plus? Dexterity and Bab?
Are you just throwing it?
I'm throwing it out the thing. Yeah.
So you just have to be an intersection of 5, so an AC of 5.
Yep, done that.
Easily do that. You would take a -2 being outside of the range increment. So I assume you still beat.
I do still beat.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be your dexterity modifier and your.
Yeah, 100% still get that.
So I'm going to write in this effect here, jammer.
Jammer.
Okay, and I don't get a save on this whatsoever, do I? It literally is just.
Lunacy,
Yeah, great item, man.
I'm assuming there's a standard action to throw it.
Yes, just made as an attack.
Oh,
So Swifty, attack action.
yeah. I think. I don't want to use my move action to then adopt my array again to make my sword.
Okay, you bring out the sword. Anything else from yourself?
That's me.
Okay. It will be the Dust Pilot's go. We're going to go to break. We'll see you in 10 minutes. See that?
Yeah.
We're still looking at food, are we?
Fuck yeah. Good man.
Some combat music going on in the background as we munch our way through this game. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How are you finding vehicle to ground combat?
I think it's quite cool. It's quite dynamic.
I quite like it too.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Gotta get creative with my stuff again, though.
Yeah, yes you do. And you're also in a pilot seat of a vehicle.
So I don't know how to drive.
No, but you do have ranks in piloting, and it's
I
kind
do
of,
have ranks in
it's self-explanatory, but it's also the RP flavour I like, of you being like, I'll work, I'll drive.
Just one wheel.
Yeah, and I think obviously we'll cover a lot of it in the Drift Debrief, but I really like that this system in particular with Starfinder 1E really lends itself to basically going, okay, well, let's take the idea of vehicle combat and starship combat, but also you would fight things like cars or cycles and stuff like that, and to be able to like build vehicles as essentially monsters or as items that you then they have an AC, but then like things are determined by the piloting of the driver and stuff like that. It's really cool. So I think I'm not sure if yours, as it's a character item, has like its KAC and EAC dependent on piloting. I don't actually think it does because these are terrestrial vehicles, whereas obviously starships, they do matter about the piloting because it's about being evasive, whereas these things are like, it's about the armor and about their upgrades and stuff. Otherwise, it's kind of like there are actual like lists of things that you can do in vehicle tactical rules, which if you want to bring up, you absolutely can do. But it's things like, you know, it's a move action to basically pilot the vehicle.
Yeah.
But then you get like full actions where you are like making 2 movements, and then you can go into, like, if it's just vehicles, into chasers and racers and stuff like that. So it's like more in depth, and I have got the tactical rules up in front of me.
Ooh,
and there are things like piloting actions and stuff like drive, start, stop, take control. Then you've got full actions like race and ram and run over and stuff. Thank you so very, very much. So yeah, I really like it as a thing. It's something we haven't had a chance to play with yet, and as again, just like having access to Richard, who can print stuff like this, which I knew that when I got the file, and I was like, there's a lot of like really fine points on this where, like, you know, where the wings meet the body and stuff like that. It's all really, really easy break points, and those like bug-like landing legs and stuff. But Richard again just came in absolute clutch with the 3D printing. So yeah, otherwise, looking at the time, we should probably jump straight back in, as it is now the Dust Pilot's turn. The auto fire ability is currently down 5 rounds. There's this chaff grenade, this signal jabber goes up, and we see like those sparks in the air of like nanites getting in the way of the electrical readouts and the sensors of this vehicle. It's still like the noise is just this deep pressure that makes everything in the area vibrate. They will spend, with one of those piloting actions, some basic actions so they don't need to make a check. As you watched it and like shifts backwards. Yeah. And they'll shift that way as well. It's annoying. Oh. Yeah, that's all they can do. They can't take a shot. So that is the end of their go. Talengard 1. You've just drawn your sword, haven't you?
I draw my sword.
Yeah. Go. Let's do this.
Let's do this team.
How many jars you got?
So many.
They just beat these bird-like white wings and just like launch themselves up into the air. As they reach the apex of this flight, they take a shot at you, Kaz.
Come at me, bro.
Dirty 20, EAC.
Hits.
Okay. I will say that was boosted with a swift action because they do that every round.
So good.
That is 6 and 8 for a total of 14 points of sonic damage, which I assume
I will once again not take anything as, yeah, double plating as well as taking the reaction to reactive shock.
amazing. And it hits you square, and you just, yeah, your nanites and your reactive shunt and your dermal plating just hold fast against this attack. That's all they can do. TJ.
I have a question about the speed of the Talkmobile.
Yes.
So it says speed 30 foot, full speed 600, overland 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
What is?
So this is where different piloting comes into it. So it moves as a move action for 30 foot.
Okay.
As in you're like moving it around, getting it into position and stuff like that. But if you were to gun it,
Okay.
you would get your full land speed. However, if you were to full land speed, you then start taking penalties to your attack rolls and stuff like that. I think it's also a full action to full gun it.
Okay. Can I use my 30 feet to kind of like get myself up a little bit, but also turn around to face the...
Are you trying to turn fully around?
Yeah.
So with piloting,
Woo!
One of the things that you can do is you can move your speed and then you can turn to whichever way you want to face.
Well,
it's almost like it's your heading at the end of your movement. So actually you can just move your 30 feet.
I'll move 30 feet up. Yeah. And then I'll
Just
turn
wheel it round.
to face. Oh god.
There we go.
I'm going to spend a resolve to get another move action.
Okay.
To. Oh, I can't spend 2 resolves in one round, can I?
No.
Fuck. Shit. I'll do it this round. I'll spend resolve to get another move action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take out the artillery laser azimuth.
Okay. But it's part of a movement action to pilot it, but then also the idea of like taking out.
I can do other things if it's
I think
pinky.
that's a little bit
Yeah, no worries.
clunky. I think if you're on
Yeah.
foot, as part of your base attack, you can do it. But I think to fully control it and do that.
In
gonna
that
say no.
case. No, that boy's flying up there, isn't he? In that case, over comms. I don't know, gang. Fucking get him. On this guy. Well, we've got it to spend. Let's spend it. Another resolve for damage as well. And into the microphone just to get Sonic back. I've got no wings to keep me up. Oh shit! Sorry, Kaz.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. How could you? 14 EAC.
Doesn't
15.
hit.
No, 15.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
Yeah. Doesn't even notice it in like the thrumming of
Yeah.
this other vehicle and your screeching and a cycle. Anything else from yourself? Okay.
Either way,
I
that
think
was
you
really
jumped
impressive.
me.
We had Sylph, Bruce,
waste.
Cat, because you've got yourself all geared up
No,
ready to
I
go.
did that last round.
Haven't got back to that one yet.
Right.
We are still only on. You did that. Round 1 was to take a shot. To do the
Round 2 was.
round 2 was the thing.
yeah.
We're now on round 3,
Okay.
so we haven't jumped anything. We are getting to it. Pez, you are up first.
As my action, I'm going to. This one's got a +1. You can get them. I'm gonna do a full attack.
Yes,
You or
boy.
Bear?
Me. Oh. So -4, but +1. 13.
What's the range on that?
17. 40 foot.
45, I'm afraid. So -2 to that.
God, my math's gone now. So that's 10, 11, that's 12.
Misses.
Nope, that's
Second
fine.
attack.
That's even worse. No.
Maybe it's like as this guy's launching, it'll be like turns energy coil. Bear can use his AI to take a shot.
Yes.
Huh.
Thank you. Yeah, it's going to take. So, can Bear get full action, or is it just
No,
an action?
because you've
That's
used your
fine.
full action to.
Yeah.
You can't now control Bear.
That's
so this
fine.
is their limited AI, or their mastered AI now. Sorry, doing this.
So that is 26.
Who are you hitting? Yeah.
Yeah. And a +1 on your damage.
Yeah.
Bear is an ally.
Yes, and
Aye.
it's doing its charge because it can.
No, because
No,
that's
that's-
another
no,
action
no.
for it to do that. So this is just a standard
That's
attack.
cool. 2, 1d8.
I'd love to let you have it.
2d8. That is 12.
Is that including
13.
this one? 13 points of fire damage. A heavy scorch across the back of this Strixien soldier. Heavy hit. Anything else from yourself? I think that's it.
That
Full
is
attack.
it, yeah.
And yeah. Wing Commander. You are putting down rounds, though. That's the problem. I mean. Sorry, Paz, you're putting down rounds.
Yes.
They don't like that. Okay.
Boo for them. Boo his boo.
Ones.
Yeah. They get +2 to this. on top of the thing. 2 on the dice, plus 13, plus 2, so that's plus 15, 17 EAC.
Nope.
You would also actually have partial cover because of the line that they have to go through, so that's another -2 from my attack, or plus 2 to your AC.
Nope.
I say, and they just like decimate through some of this fauna here, but yeah, miss you completely. That's a really bad miss.
Oh, that's a bad miss.
That's a bad miss. Talon Guard 2, who is second, needs to make that fortitude save. Probably passes that with a 24.
Yeah.
Still takes half damage though.
6, 7, so 3.
Yeah, you see them bleed a little bit more. Not too bad. It looks like they're being okay with how it's going. That's the end of round 3. At the end of their go, I will lose that condition, but for now, I'll keep it on until the end. They just fly across the sky, and as you like look up, it's like across where the sun is slightly, and for a minute you go blind, and then you see them as they take the shot towards you. This again is boosted. Okay, 17 plus 9 for a 26 against EAC. Okay. 10, 15 points of sonic damage.
Alright.
Oh, went somewhere, didn't it? Oh, I'll let Jack get that later. Thanks, buddy. The sonic round just cracks across the sky and like hits you square in the back, almost making you go prone. But you can tell that like if this weapon were to hit harder, it would knock you down. However, Sylph, charged up
I
and
will
ready to go.
take an attack back at this guy.
That's cocked. Jay, can you rest the dice on it? Okay.
Same number again.
Amazing.
Um,
Oh my god, this is so much damage.
24.
All in all, yeah?
24 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Yeah.
And the +1 on the gun.
Oh, no, the other one.
Fucking hell. It's on the other one!
Oh, the other one. Right.
It'll do, isn't it?
We ain't taking no fucking freebies!
I threw it on the ground! My GM tried to give me a +1 on my attack roll.
I threw it on the ground!
Okay.
This is a lot. This is Bane. This is
So
supercharged.
that's 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sonic damage. And then can I have small d6, please?
Yeah, how many do you need?
I need 6. That's 3. 3. Yeah.
That's right, we're good.
Things to the side.
This is the extra charge, yeah?
Yeah, this is both.
Yeah, Bane and V.
6, 10, 15, 21. For I don't know if that's any specific. It's just general
Same
damage.
as the weapon damage.
So sonic again.
As this smashes into them, you can see they like almost like lose their posture in the air and fall. They manage to just keep themselves up there. They look badly hurt. You watch the sicken condition, however, leave them, and that focus in their eyes comes back.
And can I move?
Yeah, you can.
Do.
Where do you want to go?
Back here.
Yeah, so just going to get behind this bit of fauna here.
Will that give me partial cover?
Yep, give me partial cover for them.
End of turn.
Amazing. Bruce Amegilakati.
Am I within 30 foot of this?
No. I think you're at 60.
Oh, no. Yeah, 60 meters. Right.
Currently, that is exactly 60.
If I were to fly there, can I stay flying?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly what they're doing as well. Is they're beating their wings and they are staying in the air.
I think I will fly it to him.
Yeah.
Or she.
So, regular movement action, and then are you spending resolve to go that extra, or are you going to use your regular action? This is also
resolve.
Third attunement point.
Yes.
As you watch that sun flare.
And I will use that. So I will roll.
Just the bull rush one, is it?
This is Solar Flare.
Oh yeah, this is your Zenith Revelation. This is your top tier one.
I haven't used this in a while.
I think I need to make a reflex save. Don't I?
Remind myself how this works. Supernova, that's it. When you fully use it on a stand action, you can deal 1d6 fire damage plus 1d6 additional fire damage per Solarian level.
So 9d6 of just fire damage, and I think I need to make a save against your class DC.
96, let's go. Damn.
My DC.
Which last time was it's 10 plus your Solarian level. So it should be 18, I think.
18. Sure.
Reflex. Fails. The 6 on the dice.
So I need
Plus
9d6.
How many more do you need?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect.
Okay!
Let's go!
The larger female cassowary leads a solitary lifestyle, and the smaller male raises the chicks.
Oh, vibes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25 damage.
Nice.
She's got 26 damage.
Yeah.
Are these all yours? These dice?
I mean, you tell me how it looks. They're not dead, but they are badly hurt and burned and scorched.
I've almost like just taken a straight line. You just see a line of light left over by my sword as it's like powered up. So you just see almost like a laser, but like a sun flare just shoot up, and it's just gonna like cut him badly.
Like it emanates from you in the blade, and you can see that like they even turn their head away. And these guys are wearing like heavy goggles, not unlike sills to like protect them from sunlight and stuff. And they have to like turn away from you, and you can hear them like in pain as their skin starts to sizzle and burn. As like the solar flare comes down, it's from the supernova. Their wings are scorched. Those feathers are starting to like burn away. They look extremely hurt. That is probably the end of your go. Cats.
Okay. What is the true distance between me and the one that Bruce is fighting?
True distance. 40. Yeah, 40.
One Jeremiah Weed.
Indeed. I'm trying to find my combat maneuver bonus. I don't know how to find that.
Combat maneuver bonus?
Yes, because when you do a combat maneuver, you need to add that to your attack roll when you're doing things.
It's usually it goes, because it depends on what you're doing. So it'll tell you usually when you do a combat maneuver. In the combat maneuver, it'll say you make an athletics check against, or you make
It says you make an attack roll.
Yeah.
To grapple.
Yep.
Attack roll with what? With what?
So that'll be probably your unarmed strike, so your strength and your base attack bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
You are trying to beat, and I think the combat
For that is
DC.
KAC plus 13, which is ridiculous.
KC plus 13.
13, yeah. It's their KAC plus 13, which is mental.
It makes combat maneuvers almost null and void in one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to bother.
I will say there is a thing here that says AC versus combat maneuver.
Yeah.
Which is
That's if they do something to me.
Is that not their AC against a combat maneuver?
No, because that's only taking into account your stats. Because it says in the grapple thing, you make an attack roll against their KAC plus 13.
Yeah.
So whatever, if they have 18 plus 13, it's 31.
Yeah.
And to beat that with only strength and yeah, pretty fucking mental. So yeah, okay, right. In that state, I'm going to use my move action to change my sword out. Now let's see, everyone's fucking flying about, and I'm here like, cool. So I'm going to change it to my recombinate ray, and then I'm going to take a shot probably at the one that Bruce is right next to, I think.
You're on.
No, it's only 60 foot. Yeah. I'll do it, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I need to put the backpack back on.
Oh no.
Oh,
We've been losing it. That is 23.
EAC or KC?
EAC.
Hits.
That's right. Cool. It's 21 points of acid damage.
How do you drop this guy?
Oh yeah.
I think it's just more like finishing touches to Roos's supernova. Just like it's already scarred and burned from supernova, and this sort of like green burst of laser just hits him in his core and just adds to this decay in their armor and their flesh.
And like you see, it's like the body being the heaviest bit just falls, and those wings arch slightly as they just tumble and just splash into the ground beneath you, Roos.
Just waving goodbye to him.
Oh right, like you okay? Play attack, you right?
Are you saying goodbye to the man?
hi, Strix.
Swift action to change it over.
Move action because I didn't use an arrow surge.
Move action to change it over, and
Yeah.
action. Anything else from yourself?
I will resolve.
Do it.
What is in it?
Yeah. Okay. I will resolve point to move
Do it for
action
us.
again. I'm gonna move in the direction of the vehicle.
Vehicle.
I've got 60 feet of movement because of haste.
Christ, I mean, they'll put you in this line of this plant, so this side of that side of the
Where'd he
plant.
go?
In the foliage, outside of the foliage.
In the foliage.
Oh, deep in the bushes.
I'm in the bushes.
That's the only way.
Deep in the bushes.
Jack's not seen one of those for years. Ball's still for sale, by the way.
That's my turn.
It is the dust pilot's go.
That's free action.
It is for PCs. For NPCs, it's a full action. Not quite full action.
I should have used my swift as well.
I don't like that you've taken out that
It was inevitable.
auto plot.
Alright, Thanos.
Bruce has just emitted a massive amount of
And I'd fucking do it again.
Could do it again.
energy. Come on, me.
Come on, mate.
Who wants it?
Don't worry about that. They're fighting over here.
We're telling you back to back, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe I should be like every time like
No, I
Bruce does
think
something.
you're too deep in the foliage for this to work, and strategically they would do something else. They are going to try the ram action.
Ooh,
Man.
I was going to say something.
do it. Say it.
You ran that bush.
Yes, good
I'm
boy.
not cred sticking that.
No, I know.
You're
I know.
better than that.
Am I?
You can have a step
Am I?
Fred stick.
Oh.
They don't do shit.
A mental step for Christmas.
Yeah.
Keep it up here.
You can spend it and get them.
I'm gonna personalise get him.
Thank you.
Bruce, I need a
Or an ad
reflex
read of
save,
your
please.
Oh no.
I'll do
Do I add
anything.
anything to this? Or is this a straight roll?
This is a reflex saving throw.
Oh, 18.
Well.
Should I put you on there for now?
Runs, both runs.
Just comes up and just punches through the windshield.
Let me take my buns.
Cock-a-doodle fucking do.
Dickheads.
Have you heard of our Lord and Avian Saviour?
Nice asterix you got there. Is it true fun?
Fun fact.
Good enemy.
You completely avoid the attack, not even half damage. You, like, out of the way. See, you rolled an 18, yeah?
Ooh, did I get attack of opportunity?
It's only moving into your threatened space, not through a threatened space. So, not quite, but you would.
Good call, though. Good call.
Yeah, very good call. It, like, flies up. You manage to move out of the way. Actually, does a ram, if it misses, mean it carries on its movement? Because movement is a thing for vehicles. It doesn't just stop.
An object in motion.
Exactly that. I think it already moved 60 to do that. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the extent of its drive for action, and it's not doing the 600.
Just hits the wall.
It doesn't have the momentum to quite get up to that yet. That's into the pilots go. That's annoying, isn't it? Talon God 1 is dead.
Rip.
A tear. Until it is done.
That's a good start for us.
TJ.
Oh shit, hello. I'll turn to face this chap over here, please.
Yep.
This one.
Yes, and I'll use me 30 feet in my little wheelie.
I mean, it puts you like at the edge of the pool
That's
here.
perfect. How
Just on the
far away is he from me there?
Facing, facing.
No.
This guy up flying here, yeah?
Yes.
From what would be the edge of the base, that is 60 foot.
Perfect. I am gonna kind of like gather like my speed a little bit, and I'm gonna try a clever feint to try and give him the flat-footed condition.
Okey-doke.
So it is. I need to make a bluff check, which is 10 plus your opponent's total sense motive skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 times their CR, whichever is greater.
They don't have a sense motive. They are a CR5, 1.5 times, yeah?
Yes.
DC 17. I mean, I'm sure you smashed that.
31.
Yeah.
So they are now flat-footed against everybody's attacks
Lovely.
until the end of my next turn, and that is my movement and my standard action.
Flat-footed on, AC down by 2 on everything. That's not good for me. Everything you've done, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Top of the round. Pets.
Cool. As I'm going to get Bear to come towards me, almost like next to me.
I mean, yeah, 5 foot.
As my move action, I'm going to do Miracle Worker. I grant a +2 enchantment bonus to weapons attack and damage for a minute. As my standard action, I'm going to overcharge Bear. So you just see me almost like swapping out like a cartridge, just putting in a supercharged battery packs, and you just hear Bear's gun almost start like pulsing with energy. So that's +2, so it's +1.
Are you going against this guy or the vehicle?
Oh, the vehicle.
Yeah.
That is 27.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, boy, howdy.
TikTok, big damage time.
6, 8.
You've got piercing going, haven't you?
Yes.
Or penetrating.
Yes.
So 6 of that still goes through. Yeah. 6 damage.
That is everything.
Okay. A heavy hit on, like, you see it like dent part of the armor on the side of it. It still looks in very much in working order, but still a hit. Wing Commander will take a shot at the vehicle. You get an attack of opportunity because this is a ranged attack within your melee range.
Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to do a swipe really. 19 to hit.
Let's 8k AC with your sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
Misses, I'm afraid. Maybe because, and you can start to feel like as this thing gets close to you, those wings are putting so much downforce on it's hard for you to fly here. On your turn, you're going to have to make an athletics check to fly. And because of that, maybe you like miss the attack, or it's just not as strong as you need it to be. They are going to make the attack against the Inner Cycle. So 15 on the dice plus 13, I think. Yep, that is a 28 to hit.
Yes.
They can't add anything to that. Oh no, they're going to get a +2 to that because of their actions. Technically, a 30 to hit.
No.
Oh, it's low. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of fire damage. This heavy laser cannon.
When it says hardness, does it have to like meet that and then go?
Subtract that hardness from the
Okay.
damage.
So how much damage was it?
11.
Okay, so take 7 from that.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4. Jack missed the maths. Almost hoid the dice again.
I was
Cool.
concentrated.
Still absolutely fine.
Yeah, hardness on vehicles and stuff is great.
Lovely.
Talon 2. Would have line of sight on Kaz. $75 though, innit?
Still shoot it.
Can 55 to Roos, and Roos is currently taking an attack on that. No, they've got orders.
Always going into the bush.
Roos is dead.
You know how to swim, right?
Isn't flying and swimming in the air? Isn't it just the swimming of the air?
Hey, chicken feet!
Deep force is a deep.
When you lose that for a while, before we should catch up.
50-foot range, increments 75. So -2 to the attack roll. Full attack.
Ooh.
10. Because on -4, another -2 is 8. So 8 plus 9 for a 17. Miss against the AC, right?
Me.
Yeah. Second attack. Miss. As these rounds miss you.
We should do that.
Oh, that was so close to getting one. That was so. I like that a lot. Sylph, you're up.
Take 5 foot out of this cover to look at the guy.
You can see them from that cover. You're only in partial cover, so you can poke your head out.
Oh, right, okay. Well, cool.
So you want to stay there in partial cover?
I'll head out.
Absolutely can.
Hello! And he's flat-footed.
I'm going to stay with this one. And he's flat-footed. Just take a little shot with the vortex rifle. That's probably a miss. 12.
It is a miss, I'm afraid.
That is a
In
miss.
Black-footed, that is a miss.
Yeah. I'm also going to move.
Yeah, would you like to move?
Move towards Pez and Bear.
5 out, and then 25 will get you next to Bear.
Yep, that's good.
Just shy of him, just there.
Stand out action, move action. Yeah, that's all I can do for the moment.
Bruce,
Fuck me, that's quick.
start of a new end of attunements, and now you're going to start of a new one. You can start to attune again.
Can I see the pilot? I don't think it matters.
Give me a perception check.
A dirty 20.
Yes, you can see there are 2 figures inside, and just as like this reflective carapace is like moving around trying to collide with you, you can like just make out the silhouettes through there. You can't see them in detail, but you can just make out the figures of 2 individuals.
Do I know if there's any distinction between a pilot and a gunner?
You could give me an engineering check for this type of vehicle.
16.
With 2-manned aircrafts and things like this, I think maybe from like the defense team days, you'd expect the pilot to be at the back and the gunner to be at the front.
I want to use my awakened flames on the pilot.
Okay.
I As a standard action, you can elevate the energy levels in the body of a target creature within 30 foot, causing it to combust if it moves.
So if it moves.
Yeah. So I imagine that would maybe translate to if the aircraft moves, you're still leaving a square.
I would give this to you this way round. They're technically not moving in the vehicle, they are moving the vehicle, and I would allow you to avoid that. Therefore, I'm going to say that. I don't know, because I like it though.
I think using something to move the vehicle.
There's a movement action. Fuck it, have it.
Cool.
It's cool.
The next time a creature moves in space against a burning condition. So you need to make a fortitude saving roll. What am I missing?
You're just burning in the pilot seat.
He's just driving.
Yeah.
18 to beat, I reckon it is, on your character sheet here.
Yeah.
Instant combustion.
Fortitude. 25.
Oh.
No? Yep, 25.
Shit.
So I assume nothing goes off there.
So that is one action.
Yeah.
So second action, I will just smash the.
So is that a movement action or is that a regular action? To say it's a standard action.
Okay. Standard action.
Okay, so you've only got movement and swift left. So you don't get to attack.
Well, remind me what Swift is.
Swift is doing things that I'm not sure how many you've got, but it would be like for Kaz, he can change his like nanosite things if he's using his nano array. I don't think you've got any unless you look under actions in your quick tab. I don't say swift actions and what you can do there, like go prone.
There's no...
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, go prone.
I think I'll stay there.
Oh, sorry, on your turn as well, I do need an athletics check for you to be able to stay where you are.
Very good start. Oh, it's above 30, man.
That's sweet.
It is a 31.
Okay, so the downforce of like this beating wings of this insect-like hover vehicle, you can feel its downforce pushing you down, but you manage to like beat your Aspraxa wings and stay up there with it. Nothing else from you?
No, I think I'm going to hold it there.
Okay.
I have its attention.
Kaz.
Alright, more form fuckery here.
More form fuckery.
So, I'm going to nanite surge.
Yep.
There's a swift action to adopt another array in my secondary array.
Yep.
To create my auto grappler. Yep. And then I'm going to click my heels together like Dorothy, and my force souls activate, so I can then start moving up in a 45-degree angle. I've got.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, it would be 60, but it's hard because the force souls so 30.
30 will get you there easy. I mean, 25 will get you
Yeah,
there.
it's just because I've only got 20-foot distance from your grappler. So I can just start fucking just walking on invisible steps, and then once I'm in range, I will shoot the auto grappler at the vehicle.
I mean, yeah. Are you just trying to get up next to the...
I just want to be attached to it with the auto grappler so that I can, yeah.
Okay, make the attack roll for me. Because obviously you need to be able to hit it.
There's no plus on it, so...
The auto grappler is basically, I think you attach it to a auto pistol and stuff like that.
So-
Essentially, it's like an attachment to a pistol. So you use your
a ranged
pistols.
attack, right?
Yeah, so you use your like pistols
Okay.
attack modifier.
Okay. 20?
Ooh, that's against KAC. That's a miss.
Okay.
It goes past it, just and then like it just retracts back to your pistol in your.
Does the 30-foot distance get me to a point where I can grab onto it anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just kind of doing the auto grappler as like sort of trying to keep me on kind of thing.
You are next to it. I will say that you will have to make athletics checks to to grab onto it and stay onto it.
Okay. I would like to try and essentially grab onto it now.
Give me an athletics check.
26.
Yeah, so you grab onto like one of the legs for now. Every time it moves, you will have to make that check.
That's fine. So, yeah, swift move to the standard because that was to shoot the auto grappler. That's me done.
Okay. The pilot, not knowing where you are, will take the ram action again. I'll take up.
It's a bit tricky out there.
Yeah. So somebody's up no rapper or something. Can't get out of your head, I think.
That's annoying. Okay.
He's off the wheel.
He's on the car.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, we come down there.
Hello.
Really?
You've had your 10 cents.
Seems like a yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 28.
Hits.
Sorry, I'm reading the fucking wrong. Well, more than that. So, can I have another d6? 22.
22 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, -8, so that is going to be
Go on.
14,
Yeah.
15, 14.
That one.
14 points of damage as you smash into it, but it like lunges forward. You need to make an athletics check.
Do I? Sure. 18.
Passes. As this thing zips down towards ground level, you need to make a reflex save on your Anna cycle, please.
How do is it my reflex save?
I
or is
believe
it...
so. I think vehicle. I think it's a piloting check. I will double check. So, Ram.
Yippee.
So, as a full action, you can pilot a vehicle at up to its full speed in a straight line at its current heading and try to ram one creature or object at the end of its movement, dealing double the vehicle's collision damage to the target and half the vehicle's collision damage to your vehicle. A vehicle's collision damages and collision DC are listed in the attack. Yeah, I've got that one. Movement during a ram action. It requires the same fighting checks yet, though.
I've got a collision DC.
I've got that. Yours is for your collision
Okay,
right?
I see.
I've got a collision DC that you need to beat. If the target of the ram action is a creature, it can attempt a reflex save throw against the vehicle's collision DC to avoid being hit. If the target of the ram action is another vehicle, the pilot of the defending vehicle can attempt a piloting check to avoid being hit, with a DC equal to the result of your piloting check. The attacker or the defender wins.
I believe.
So, my piloting versus your piloting. Where's my dice?
Okay. It's not bad. Could have been a lot worse.
Okay, I get how many pluses to this? 1,000. They're pretty good. It's kind of their job.
Yeah.
19 on the dice plus 16.
Yeah, I got a 23.
Dealing double the collision damage.
-7.
-7. This is 7d10.
Oh! Taking my pony away from me there!
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's alright, we can repair it.
We have the technology.
5.
You have the goblin.
Whiny. 6.
It's like we have a Hulk.
7. There we go.
All ones.
One.
That needs to bounce off. Okay. So 2. 5 in total. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 14 so far. Yeah. 14 so far. Another 5 for 19. Another 5 for 24. Another 8 for 32 points. Doubled. 64.
Okay. And then
I take
7.
the 32.
Okay. Oh, it's looking rough, but it's up.
-8.
Well,
Just rough this up.
I'm tired.
You see this pilot dive down and smash into your inner cycle, ending their movement and like forcing your inner cycle to like lose balance and stuff. What HP is it left on?
It's got 18.
Okay. That's the end of the pilot's go. Losing that fucking gun was annoying. Talon God 1 is dead. TJ!
I've got to rethink what I was going to do. He's right up next to me now. Sorry, I had a whole plan that it just went out the window.
I should have landed that on Roos.
How thick? It's pretty thick glass, I'm assuming, for the...
It's magical.
It is. You can make a perception check if you want.
Hit the ground.
Yeah.
No, it's just reflective. I think in this moment
14.
you're being smashed into by a hover vehicle. I wonder if that smash has penetrate.
Okay. Sorry, I've just completely got to rework.
Go try 'em.
I am going to... Okay, I'm going to move out of my cycle.
Okay, I'm going to point something out here.
Go on.
Unfortunately, I think a move action is to disembark.
Okay.
So move action, board or disembark from a vehicle. You can board or disembark from a vehicle as a move action. Doing so while in the vehicle, doing so while the vehicle is in motion requires a successful acrobatic athletics check. You ended your movement there, so that's fine. Disembark just means you, I believe, boarding seat 285, which I've got in my book just here. Because new rules, boarding 285. Boarding, if two vehicles are engaged, yeah, oh no, that's boarding to go from that one there. Fuck it, take your full movement, because I'm not sure if it means that you just end up next to it.
Okay. So, let's start from there.
I will look that one up later.
There you go.
I like the placement of the finger and then the check. That's very wargamer. It's like, I'm moving to here, and then I'll move everything.
Right, okay.
I like that.
I'm going to spend a resolve point
Yep.
to get another move action.
Run away!
Run away! To take out my artillery laser azimuth. I'm not going to get any proficiency with this, so we're rolling raw, lads.
Come on!
Does it penetrate as well?
It does penetrate.
It does.
As I kind of... Come on, don't fuck me. 14.
Misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Goes everywhere. Whoa!
Way!
Like a mouse on a fire hose.
That's everything I can do.
Roger! Top of the round.
No, it's TJ.
Also good. Not good enough though.
No, it was weak for me.
We're past that.
It's just a little tidbit.
Hez, you're up.
Cool. As my main, as my standard action, I am going to supercharge Bear. As my move action, I can directly control Bear, which means Bear can actually take the full action.
Yep.
So I almost, you just see like a little keyboard flip down and just see me sort of like route accessing. So on my first attack...
Who are you attacking?
I'm going to go for...
Awesome.
120 foot.
Oh, yeah. 60 away.
So instead of -6, I get -4.
That's what this never happens.
Oh, so that is 25.
Hits.
So that is 5 plus my d6 to supercharge, so that's 8 fire.
8 fire, 6 of that is penetrating. So that all goes through.
And then
Is that all you got? 8 damage on a super. Wow.
it's 2d8, and then plus my 1d6 for supercharge.
Wow.
I rolled I think it was a 2.
Oh, do better.
I am. I've got another 19, so it was -4, so 25.
Hits.
10, 14 again.
12 points go through. 2 heavy hits. And like as this like hollow vehicle smashes into the inner cycle, you see like the tail end of it go up, and it's like coming back down to like restable itself. Its internal gyros working really hard. You smash these 2 laser strikes into it from there. You see smoke starting to come out of like the engine parts towards like the back of the cockpit and towards the top of these 6 beating wings. That, I imagine, is the end.
It is.
You'll go. The wing commander. I mean, they really can't do much else apart from shoot through that bike.
Oh, the bike!
I think, does it say partial cover or no cover on your bike? Should be a section. So these guys get total cover. I have to look at the inner cycle. I think it offers you no cover because it's quite an open vehicle. I will give you
cover none.
Cover none. I will give you partial cover because they are right up against it and having to like try and shoot through it. This is directed at you and they are trying to get a shot, so this is going for you, not the inner cycle. Okay, 30 to hit.
Yeah, of course it does.
46.
I'm little.
No, 32 technically, plus 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of fire damage. And these heavy lasers kind of through the centre of this inner cycle towards you. That's all they can do there. Talon Guard 2 is still up and at it, and they are going to... They're not flat-footed anymore.
Nope.
They are no longer second. Let's take that off because I didn't take it off in the last round. Boost, and with a full attack. Thing is, you're on the back of that vehicle and they've seen you go past.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
Sylph has been a pain in the ass. Sorry,
Come on,
Sylph.
I can do it. I can take it.
Full attack against you.
Yeah, let's go.
First one. That is a 22 EAC. Minus 4 actually, so that is a 18 EAC.
So no.
Okay, second attack. Cocker. 2 on the dice.
Yay!
2 rounds again, hitting into the dirt as you're like diving between the foliage, and they just aren't landing those shots. Sylph.
So seeing that Bear's attacks are going through on the droid, airship, don't know what to call it. I am going to use a move action and a spell to do supercharge weapon and empower weapon on Bear. So that's an extra 66 to Bear's next attack.
God, that's horrible.
And then I am going to spend a resolve point to move. And I'd like to just move back to where I was before. Whee! running,
holding on to the hat.
Do you know what? I like to imagine she's got like the environmental protection and the hat's on top of the bubble.
Is the environmental protection like a veil that comes down?
Oh, that's a really good idea. I like that. Like a sort of big old
force field. It's like
black
a
wedding veil, but still big.
Is it like diamond?
No sunlight shall touch this skin.
Speaking of sunlight touching the skin, Roosh, you're up.
Sandy.
So this would be my second attunement point now.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
30 put you in contact with it again.
Yeah. Okay. What is that?
No, I just imagined you like coming up behind Cam, like, okay.
Ghosting it.
What you doing, man? Get the other leg.
My nemesis.
Not the third one.
The third one. Oh, hello.
Once upon a time, I remember reading something that was...
When you've got 2 attunement points, Stellar Rush.
Stella!
Yeah.
Oh, point climate. Ian.
Yeah, I'll use Stellar Rush.
For podcast listeners, Ian's up on his chair.
Bouncing up and down.
You remember I said about reclining before the show?
Yeah, so as a standard action, you can relieve yourself in Stellar Fire to make a charge without penalties.
It's the boorish, isn't it? And then you get to make a melee attack at the end of it instead of.
When you are attuned or fully. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Attuned.
Fully attuned. You can substitute a bull rush for a melee attack at the end of your charge. If you attempt this bull rush attack, it takes 2d6 fire damage. Reflex. How's it?
It's a piloting check with them in this case.
Yeah.
So you get to make the attack.
Cool. So is that my.
So regular weapon attack. Plus then you get 2d6 on top of this anyway. The 2d6 will still count. It will just be half damage or not. And they are going to. Piloting is plus 16, I believe, on that one. So 21 beats your DC.
21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll your weapon damage first, please.
Ooh.
And this all counts as one attack for hardness.
29.
29 minus 8 is 21. Now roll your 2d6 and then half it, please.
Ooh.
Is it 2d6 or do you go up with your level?
46. Could you say that?
46,
Yeah.
roll it and then half it.
Okay. Thank you. Fuck, I can't count, sorry. 14, so half to 7. So what did I say first?
29.
I've already got that. Don't worry about that.
So 7 damage.
And then 7 damage off that one there. I've already subtracted the hardness from it. You smash into it again, like those engines are starting to like spark and stuff. You can probably hear like the faint sound of like sirens on the inside, like warning things going off inside the cockpit. Only just over that of the thrumming wings and engines. That, I believe, is your full action, Roos. Kaz.
Yep.
Do I need to make an athletics roll for...
No, because it already moved down and past you, and now you're actually technically above it. It's at ground level, just like hovering at the ground.
Cool.
So it's badly damaged.
Can I make a melee attack while grappled?
I mean, you're on the ground, realistically.
Yeah.
You could probably just, like, put your feet down and then just fucking go for it.
Yeah, fair. I'll use a move action to, once again, change my array to sword. And then... Yeah. Go in for an attack. I think.
Make the attack.
Try to think what that... Yeah. I'm not going to use that. That's a miss. It's a 1 on the dice.
Nat 1 for a miss as you just like, maybe like go to strike it, but like the tail's just in the wrong place and it just doesn't give you the breadth of your arm to reach and strike.
Yeah.
Move and attack done.
Me.
Yep. It is the dust pilot. You're currently not piloting that, so they're going to.
Hey!
Hey!
Does Kaz go with or stay here?
Kaz, you can make an athletics like strength grapple one if you want to go with, or you can make the attack of opportunity.
I'll do an attack of opportunity. Finally, that makes up for it, doesn't it?
Also get an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Cool. I'll wait for you to...
33.
Yes.
Be nothing left.
I don't know if she'll be alive. 15 points of slashing damage.
15 minus 8, please.
7.
How do you destroy?
Oh, really? Is that all it's got? Shit, okay.
108 health it had. It had 7 left. Hardness of 8.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I think my first initial hit maybe like knocked a bit of paneling or something and it revealed some wiring or something like that. And then as it's tried to leave my space, I go for another slash and I just happen to cut like the power line or something.
and it just stopped. And like the wings just stop and it just spirals out of control. It hits the ground hard and just it's not an explosion, but you just see it like tumble, goes like onto its side. Those wings that are beating cause it to like move around almost like a helicopter, like on its side, but just digging into that scorched earth. You see the head of somebody on the inside smash into the cockpit canopy. You don't know what happens with the other one, but then the vehicle, after about like 6 or so seconds, just like sputters out of life, and the dust starts to settle in this environment.
Apart from one lad still there.
Apart from one lad. But
all lass.
Oh, you can hear
All
me
lass.
now.
That all assets.
All assets.
Just opens the door bare fully attacks.
it is their go. They will take the shot at you. Full attack action. You will get partial. Yeah. Range increment is clearly over. They will take. You will get partial cover from this.
Okay.
First one. 13 plus their. I think it was 11. It is 11 for a 20. 4 minus 6 for an 18 against the AC is going to miss you. Second one. Natural 20.
I'll take it.
Okay.
It'll be it.
Boosted as well. That is going to be.
Not been hit yet.
Yeah, it's like.
I haven't got a reaction. There you go.
I think, yeah, you can use 2 to make it.
Almost minimal damage on the boosted attack as well. So 21 maxed,
Yeah.
plus another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 29 points, which you then negate how much?
Well, I'm at because I've already taken my reaction, so I can't do reactive shun. But I will minus 4 off that for my double
I'll take
attacking. 25 points of damage to me.
As this shot comes in, it's like maybe you like leave an opening as you strike into this sandfly, and this strike hits hard. TJ,
How's this guy looking?
not great.
Okay. I'm going to be true to what TJ would do.
Kill the crew. Take the ship. It's free. You've got to fight.
You've got 2 AIs to keep me on there.
You don't need these guys.
TJ is a bit stressed, and now just suddenly, like, because he feels a bit useless in these situations when he can't do the things that he knows he's good at, and so he's going to use Doom on this guy. So I'm going to attempt to bluff or or intimidate check. DC is 10 plus creatures type motive. Thank you. So it would be minus 4 if I weren't wielding my big fuck off weapon. I am going to say to him, microphone kind of like I think is now like attached to the
headset, like a business headset.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're gonna pluck you like a motherfucking Kashorian fried chicken! Run, you mother clucker! So I'm gonna try.
I mean, the most offensive slurs that you've ever heard.
Reese kind of likes it.
Degrade me.
I got a third erection.
TJ's read enough Players Praxer to know which pages have been dog-eared by Reese.
Stop.
Let's do an intimidate on that one. Okay. 7.
I mean, you beat a 70.
40.
Yeah, I mean, so what am I?
So,
third?
no. You need to, in your next turn, fight defensively, use the full defense action, move out of the area, or move to an area that grants cover against attacks. It's a fear effect.
They will be moving to cover, but they will not run. I will tell you that now. Anything else?
I should have one get him, shouldn't I?
Do it!
Yeah, let's do it. But like,
Do it.
oh, crit my neck a little bit. Now I've got to think about this. Good job, I've got a personal massager now. I am.
Relax me. Relax you.
You want relax? I want one too. I'm gonna say, I was having a really nice time, but now I'm not. Get it. Fucking exhausted.
I'll do.
+1.
It's a +1. I ain't spending the result.
That's. Now I've got two choices: eviscerate him, or blow a hole through that and kill them. Is it possible for blow through the ship's hull?
It is, but the thing is down, so I would say they're not.
Oh, then I'll do it against him. Full attack.
Yeah.
Supercharged. So that is.
Come on, get the crit. This will be incredible.
So +1, but -4. So that's maths. That's 18. 15.
Misses against the AC. Second attack.
Come on, boy.
That's even worse. No.
I think, is that until you make your next attack, or until your next attack hits?
Kill the next attack.
Okay, so that supercharge is gone. There's a massive beam from your.
I think Bear's not used to having this much power, so it almost like overloads her system, so it kind of just like makes her stagger.
Oh.
Down. And I got 2. They have to spend.
Sylph is there like.
Moving to cover, yeah?
Spytalians.
They have options. Sorry, let me bring that back up again. So, basically, they must do one of the following: fight defensively, use the full defense action, move out of the area, move to an area that grants them cover.
They will move to an area that grants them cover. They will just fly down and take partial cover behind here.
Good, he's down.
So their movement, so they can only do those.
It says they must do one of the following. It
Okay,
doesn't say
so that's just a regular
only.
movement action. And then they'll take a shot. But that goblin's there, isn't it? Goblin!
Goblin these nuts.
23 against the AC.
Hits.
Okay, this is boosted. 16 points of sonic damage. Fires out across the land. Moves to Silsco.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see as a move action. Right.
I'm aware of the time, but you're not far away.
So if I move back up there, he's still going to be in partial cover, isn't he?
Yeah. Remember, you've got to also step out and around. You can't just move through the terrain. I think 30 put you just here before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going to come up to him.
So 30 to there.
And then spend a resolve point to get another move action.
Probably get right up. 30 will get you on him.
Yeah. Well, not quite on him, but just sort of like this way.
Okay, 30 will
So I've got like a little bit. I'm so sick of this guy. This guy.
You and this guy have been having like a tete-a-tete. It's just been like...
Fucking guy.
And do you know what? I am going to use. Where are you? The tripartite beam on him.
Where are you?
Just for funsies. I'm gonna trust you. Right.
20.
I've got things. I forgot I got things. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you got that in a second.
Oh, first time, mate.
Oh,
Come on.
18. 18.
20.
It's a city.
Is that 20 in you?
18.
16.
19, mate.
That's an 18 to hit.
Technically, it's amazing. EAC is 17.
Oh. Okay.
Good.
Got to have those right. So.
The dice that's under there.
Can I have? I'm gonna steal that one. So I'm just gonna like come around the corner. And it's just like a. It's like I see you. God's sake, you. Right. So for acid, 6 damage.
6 damage on the acid.
For electricity, 6 damage.
6.
Come on! And then for fire damage, 9, 11 fire damage. Hi!
Nemesis!
I think so, like... It's just like...
This song is just playing for them.
Come around the corner like it's a little slide of the dust, like see around the corner, and then just like slam out the 3 cards. She's not even gonna like fancy circles.
baby.
It's just like a line of 3.
Stay down.
Is this your card?
And just so she does the shots. First one, acid. She's like, oh. And then she's like, fires out the electricity, and then she hits one shoulder, hits another shoulder, and then she's like, oh my god, just go down! Fire comes out and just smacks him in the face.
As he just...
Oh, she's like, stay down!
He's like, ah! Ah! Ah!
Good show, ladies.
And then just like realizes she's lost composure, just like, even though she can't reach her hair, just like smooths back the hair, even like following over the hat, and it's just like, I've got him.
Yeah, the camera got everything.
Please edit that.
I know I'm gonna put sparkles on it.
Little kawaii face on that.
The area
Yes.
starts to fall quiet and the dust resettles, and that vibrating thrum from the wings from the engine, all that's left is the sound of like sparking mechanics and the panting of maybe like the party.
Little pugs suffering.
Everyone all right?
Yep.
That's good.
Just fine.
So,
Yep, all good on the eastern
Good.
front. I don't know where I am.
I will go and check out the crashed vehicle and see if anyone's still alive in the front.
Okay.
scavenge the fuck out of it.
I think you know how to open the canopy from the outside, and you press the release catch, and it opens sideways, and you see inside the pilot and the wing commander. The wing commander's head's been like smashed into like the canopy at the front, and it's just he's gone.
Yeah.
And the pilot, the console has like exploded in their face. The vehicle is still bleeping away and stuff. It's not completely destroyed, but it is, wrecked. Do with that as you will. But
Well.
Is the pilot alive?
no.
The wing commander's not alive either.
No, the wing commander is, the head is like caved in, the pilot is taking like a full explosive computer blast to the face.
Okay.
Is there any information on the console, any kind of orders that we can find on any data pads on anyone, any directives? Because this feels highly specific.
You can start making a computer's check, start going through those there.
Can I make a computer check on the thing that I grabbed out of the water? I want to
Absolutely
see
can.
whether the origin is of Felina and Rag, or whether it's...
So I think you let these guys start like going to town on the computers and like going to look at the data pads and seeing what's around with these individuals. And you pull out this rock. It doesn't belong here. It's clearly otherworldly and has been placed here as a marker for you to find. You see taped to it this small micro-pulse transmitter. You pull the transmitter from the rock and let the tape go. And again, it's unnaturally smooth, except for now you see it deep gouges in its surface. Coordinates etched with purposeful irregularity. And then one word,
Scribble on it.
sorry, and a couple of words underneath those coordinates, all written in Strix. Here lies Kaz Umbra. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, can I keep my computer's roll?
Yes, what did you roll just for next
31.
time? 31. We'll remember that for next time. I will put that down. But I just wanted to get to that little bit.
Oh.
I thought about like spectacle.
Yeah.
When Ian said at the beginning, it was like,
Yeah.
only you would
'Cause
know,
they
and it's
said-
like,
yeah.
oh.
And they said, didn't they, he wasn't
Should we jump the drift to you?
Yeah. We're just excited, Ian.
There's a nice little clippy that I want to turn on there.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're watching on YouTube, then you can check out the debrief we're about to do on YouTube members. If you're on Twitch, stick around, and we are going to say goodbye to the podcast on YouTube now. So thank you very much. May the dice gods be ever in your favour, and we will see you after UK Games Expo next week. So watch it. Be all
See you
even
this
more
weekend
tired.
at the expo.
Yeah.
Until then, take it easy, guys.
I went to Australia.